Greetings, fellow adventurers and storytellers, and welcome back to Fail with Hope. We are excited to bring you tonight's episode of whatever hijinks, bijacks, we can get into. Whoa!
Oh, we're live.
We like to watch ourselves. We appreciate all of you guys joining us over here on Twitch. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton. With all that gobbledygook out of the way, let's get back into our adventure where the four of you, having just met Tulok's old friend Mogar, a wandering Minotaur man who seems to have lost his tribe after being kidnapped, you explored the megalopolis of Sanctuary briefly before deciding that rather than waiting for the first wizard to respond, you go seek her out yourself up at the Citadel, the central government building and palace of the king, the High King of the kingdom, where you sent a message in and were quickly responded by the first wizard herself, High Magister Emrys Valda. She gladly accepted the return of her amulet, an heirloom of her family, and when you all voiced some concerns and some questions you had, she informed you she was unable to continue any sort of conversation without proper clearance among your party. Informing you that she might be able to help you obtain said clearances if you were to win the Tournament of Challengers. An annual tournament taking place during the festival of Lanaban, the god of competition and challenges. She seemed to believe that winning the competition would prove your merits and allow her to start your climb in the ladder, at least Yvain's climb in the ladder of the convocation, so that you could get the clearances required for the conversation to continue. And that is where we left off last time. Today, as you rise in the morning, it is the day of the tournament of which you signed up for last night. You have a little bit of time if you wanted to go out and finalize your outfit choices or any last minute changes to the group's name that might have come up. But otherwise, you are expected to meet at the arena, which is not far from the Academy and the Citadel here in the central district of Sanctuary. You're expected to meet at the arena in order for a pre-game parade that takes place before the tournament.
Oh.
To show off the many challengers taking on the Tournament of Challengers at this year's festival. So if there's anything you want to do in preparations for the tournament today, the only knowledge you have is that it challenges all aspects of a person, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, traumatically, in every way they can, to challenge and bring out the strongest of the competitors to reign as this year's champion. Anything you want to get done before you head to the tournament itself?
Just did a bunch of shopping.
Did some shopping.
Yeah.
I feel like in that shopping we could have gotten those gold sashes if we're going to be doing that for our thing.
And Mogar already has his.
Well, I do need to quietly step away and just drop a note letting my...
Oh, I thought you did that. I made a smiley face inside one of the...
Was that before we gave them the ring?
Yes.
The amulet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
after we
doing
gave
that.
them the amulet, right? I just need to let them know I was successful in my first mission and returned it. You know, the amulet. I did a good job.
Here I have,
Check.
I have paper.
Mark.
You can borrow if you need to write secret note.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I should
Okay.
probably get some of my own, but this is really resourceful that you have that. This is wonderful.
I have seen what you have tried to write down in test, and I think that this will be better, okay?
Okay. All right, thank you. And I inform them that I am successful in my mission and the best spy there ever was.
Ooh. Do you want to make your words colorful? I could do prestidigitation to make it rainbow.
I don't
Best.
think I'm supposed to show people my
Best
notes.
in the rainbow.
Okay, all right, do it. That's cool. Okay, all right. But I totally did that myself because you know what, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He
you're the
knows.
best guy.
They know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, and I fold it up like a rainbow. Because you can do that. You can fold paper into rainbows.
You can do whatever you want with origami.
Yeah.
If you try hard enough.
Yeah, definitely. And I take it to the brick.
You heading out from the academy grounds and over the lacework bridge that connects it to mainland and the city itself, and looking for the nearest dead drop location. As you're kind of scanning around and looking, there is what seems a fruit vendor with like a tray strapped on over his shoulders that he's holding out with a number of fruits on it, and like everywhere that you glance, the fruit vendor's like moving into your line of sight. And finally, your eyes come down and you see Amran just shooting these daggers over at you. And he turns and walks off down a side street.
I'm supposed to follow him. Okay. And I follow him.
You start to follow down, and even before you catch up to him, you can see as he's kind of walking and looking down to arrange the fruits, but also kind of directing his voice back towards you. He just says, I told you not to give away the amulet without clearing it with us first.
Is that what you said? I thought you said to get it to the first mage.
Those were the orders from Father when you told us there might be corruption.
It feels like that was so long ago. And after this long journey on the road, and then other people were trying to kill us for it. And then there was like there was a lot going on. Are you sure? I don't know. I feel like get it to the first mage who it was stolen from
At this
was
point,
the goal.
He has turned back to you, back towards you. He says, "Oh, miss, you must come try the candied apples. They are delicious this time of year."
Wait, seriously? You're just going to walk away? I am the best. I did
He's
my...
speaking to you.
Oh.
He's just being a spy.
Oh.
He is being spy.
You yell from out the academy window.
I'm just like almost picturing us
I
standing.
thought you were
outside
talking to
the
someone
valley,
behind
like,
me. I'm
watching.
sorry. I thought you were just ignoring me now because
No.
thought I didn't do a good job.
Just keeping the cover.
Right. Sure, I would love one of these fruits.
You don't have to yell.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought I was keeping the cover.
Says, well,
Sorry. Thought we
Father
wanted people to know.
has looked into the first mage to the best of the agency's ability. I don't think she's up to anything bad.
Well, that's good.
So we were going to clear you to return the amulet to her.
Well, that's good.
But you did have direct orders not to give it to anyone without letting the organization know first.
Well, you know, the thing is I never really had it.
We know.
So, I mean, did I really mess up? I don't know. At least, you know, you knew that it was gonna be okay. But hey, here's something that's interesting. So we did check it out while it was here, and it turns out that it points to underneath the convocation, like directly down. So we went down, and there's some like guards guarding the guarded area where it's pointing to. Who knows what that's about? Just saying. weird.
So, the mystery of the amulet
Mm-hmm.
led you to believe there was something wrong with the headquarters of the convocation.
Yep.
And you still felt it was best to give the amulet back to one of the leaders of the convocation.
Well, yeah.
You're doing great.
I know. Oh, was that sarcasm?
No.
Okay. You're so monotone sometimes. It's really hard to tell how you're feeling.
Well, I'm
You
just,
gotta give something away sometimes.
just a man trying to sell his fruit.
Yeah. What kind of fruit do you have anyway?
Says, well, we have these lovely gingered peaches.
Ooh.
You
I don't
should really
like
try
peaches.
some before they're all gone.
I don't like peach. You have anything else?
Says, what I have is concern.
Me too.
If there's corruption in the kingdom at this high of a level,
Mm-hmm.
it's our responsibility to root it out.
Yeah.
What we did find that was interesting was there were no direct orders from the first wizard through the convocation to retrieve the amulet. Those people you met down at Fort Louisville, whoever they got their orders from, it wasn't the first wizard.
Well, that's weird because we definitely asked the first wizard to call off the goons, and they seemed to know what we were talking about, or I'm not really sure now. They don't give much away either, actually. This whole monotone, like, emotionless thing, I don't know. Anyway, so what's interesting, too, though, is that, the first mage, wizard, I don't know, first caster, they, they seemed like they wanted to give information to my friend Yvain, though. So what they said is, they could help him rise up in the ranks and, get higher clearance so that he could get more information from them, but he's just too low on the totem pole right now to know more. So we could, I guess we're going to enter this tournament. We did enter this tournament, actually.
I heard.
Yeah. We're, hijinks byjacks. You should cheer for us.
I will.
Yeah. Anyway, so, if we win, then maybe we'll get more information or something.
It does sound like if we're going to find out more about whatever's going on, whatever corruption there might be,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the position to get it. So make sure you and your team win.
Yeah.
Get him the clearance he needs. Find out what's going on.
Okay. Hey, Bob.
Listen, lady, if you don't like my fruits, you don't have to buy them, okay? I got
You know
other
what?
people that are looking, and
Hey.
he turns and walks away.
Hey, wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. 1 second here, because that's not the kind of deal that we made here. So wait just 1 second, though, because here's the thing. So my friend's boss, when he completed his mission, he got money to give his friends. And when I completed my mission, I got told I didn't.
He turns and walks away.
Whatever. All right. Well, I didn't even get peaches, but so anyway,
You run back over to the academy.
so you guys ready for this, or what's up? It's almost time for the parade, right?
You have put secret note in secret hole?
Yeah, the brick is in place.
Okay, that is good.
Tons of confidence in me.
Oh, I'm sure that they will love that we turn the amulet over. And everything is just fine.
Yeah, it's all rainbows over here.
Oh, that is good.
Yep.
So what kind of fruit was he selling?
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, pear juice. I don't know.
You didn't grab him?
No, I don't really like fruit.
What?
I don't know. The guy, he was like a bad salesman. His fruit was rotten. Okay, honestly, I just forgot to buy it. I was
That's
broke.
fair.
I didn't have any. Probably should have gotten some. I don't know. Anyway, are we going to this parade or?
I guess so. We have to win now for the first wizard to say anything that there's a problem, because there is one.
And let us go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
You all put on your gold sashes,
Mm-hmm.
heading back out into the streets of a sanctuary. The many archways and bridges that connect the buildings up on the upper levels, kind of forming this network over your heads. And the streets still full of jubilation and celebration of the people honoring the god of competition and his week of challenges this week. Weaving through the crowds, you do see many like arcane billboards up advertising the tournament to take place today over at the arena. And as you weave through, the street that you're on does finally take a bend and open up on this scene in front of you of a huge open space between all of the towering buildings around you. And in the center of it is this round structure of fluted columns and archways, the grand arena where all of the major sporting events of the city take place. The sun is glinting off of these pristine white marble pillars that ring this structure all around. There are crowds and crowds of people in the huge plaza that surrounds it. A number of entertainers out here as well, as in addition to you can see like what appear to be a few like wrestling matches are happening. Just more of these challenges going out to the people of the city to test their skill in metal and the various different challenges throughout Sanctuary. And you can see after walking about through the crowd a little bit where the like the athletes' entrance is for the arena itself. The music that is filling the courtyard starts to get drowned out, washed away as you enter this long tunnel that heads into the arena itself. It's kind of heading down this ramp into kind of the pits beneath. And as the sound of the crowd and the music behind starts to fade out, you start to hear the kind of murmuring and rumbling of a smaller crowd of people down towards the bottom of the ramp. As you come out on this lower level of the grand arena, you can see there are a few clerks off to one side taking people's names and registration as they come in, and a number of the other teams of challengers are kind of splayed out throughout the locker room, as it were, preparing themselves for the parade as well, like putting on their uniforms and jerseys and making sure things are in order for them to be put out on display here. And as you exit the ramp, one of the clerks sitting behind the counter just looks over and she says, yes, you're here to compete today.
We are hijinks by Jax.
She goes through the list, finds your name, crosses it off, fills out a few things. She says, I just need your signatures here on these authorization forms. These are assuring that any harm or injury that comes to you, we will not be held accountable for such, but we do have ample medical facilities and healing available on premises at all times. You sign off your liability waivers. She gets out like the marathon stickers for each of you to put on your uniforms, outfits, whatever it were. And she says, okay, hijinks by Jax. The parade will be beginning shortly. If you can just find a spot over there, we'll call you when we're ready.
Hey guys, Do we know what we're going to do if we lose?
Let us try not to.
I mean, yeah, but like, do we have any kind of plan B for this, or we're just going to like live with the uncertain knowledge that there's something going on that?
Perhaps we will deal with that if we have to. But
Okay.
for now, I think we are trying to win.
Oh, always try to win.
Yeah.
I mean, Galactus is in the running. We have to at least beat him.
Oh yeah,
Yes, yeah.
speaking of uncertain knowledge and Glacus, so my guy, he told me something really funny.
Yeah.
What is that?
He said that my friends, they heard that there was no communication from the first wizard to the group that we met at the fort.
Galactus's group.
That's what he said.
What do you mean there was no communication? They
That-
have charter.
Their orders didn't come from the first wizard.
The charter was forged. The one that says that it was okay to kill us was forged.
Which is when you hear a voice ringing out over the crowd, Skippy!
Oh, yeah.
You turn and look and see a gleaming, perfect smile, a long, flowing hair of Glacus Tram walking over his three associates behind him. Dinah kind of giving you all this broad smile as they walk over, and he just comes over and like claps you on the shoulder more forcefully than absolutely required, and he just says, "Ha, nice one you pulled over on us outside the city, but we heard. The amulet got where it needs to be, just like we promised it would. So you've joined the tournament, have you?"
Who you are making promises to, Ren?
Well, to the first wizard, of course.
That is the case, I am sure she would have mentioned. But somehow she is forget to say her name. I am not imagine why.
Well, I mean, she and I have a particular relationship. I'm sure she didn't want to go airing out everything in front of everyone. But I see that you all have decided.
Inside check, is he lying?
You feel the allusions to something grander in their relationship is probably bravado.
Right.
But he doesn't necessarily he's boasting. He's not lying. And he just says, "Are you sure you're up to the challenges that'll await in today's tournament?"
Yeah, probably.
I think we are.
Right?
Are you sure you're up to the challenges in
Oh.
today's?
My friends and I, we can take on anything. I'm sure of it.
We, of course, have nothing but respect for your friends.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to get the insult and is just smiling and nodding. And
Watch
he
out,
just
they
says,
have us sign injury and liability waivers. Would be shame if any of your teeth went missing.
"Well, there's plenty of healers out there that can fix them if that would be required."
Don't be nervous.
Never nervous. Just you see the young hooded figure behind him, Paytar, that you've seen before, kind of reaches up and puts a hand on his shoulder and seems to whisper something to him, and he kind of nods his head. He says, yes, of course. Paytar kind of shoots you a bit of a dirty look before stepping back again. He just says, "Well, there's a parade coming up where the citizens of Sanctuary will see all of us on display. I'm sure you have plenty." Is that what you're wearing? And you can see at this point as you look over that he and his associates all have similar attire that they wore before, but now all of the cloth on them is this silk white fabric that seems to kind of flow in a breeze that isn't present down in this basement other than in Tulok's hair. And their any metal work that was on them is now gold, or at least enameled or gilded in some fashion. All of them giving a very rich and noble vibe to their attire.
It's like white in combat. White with dirt flying around.
And he just says, "Well, The parade will be starting soon. Be sure not to wear yourself out. There's a lot of miles to be skipped today, and he walks away. Petar quickly follows after him. Dinah just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
I waved him.
Good luck, guys, as he walks off. Vestian, kind of keeping her eyes down, but then finally looks over at you and gives a little wave and then scurries off to join her other friends.
That's the voice in the stone.
Not asshole who just left the shy one who is waved too soon.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who they were. I don't like them.
Oh, it's just the guy that was talking. The rest of them are pretty nice.
Yeah, Dinah and Vestian are cool.
He's
They
a real
followed us here
douchebag.
for a while.
From family of douchebag. His father was douchebag. His father before him was douchebag.
I didn't
His
know.
father before him also probably douchebag.
And the sons after will be,
Duh.
yeah.
Well, that's,
If they are so unfortunate as to be born from his loins.
yeah, that sounds most likely like a curse. Maybe they should look into that.
Perhaps they should. It's probably something to do with those teeth. Okay.
I love the visceral reactions that Fran gets from everybody. You can see what looks to be a dozen or so other teams down here, all formed up, prepping themselves, getting ready. Some of them are kind of like stretching and loosening up. Others of them are like you see studying their spell books and things. A number of different uniforms and costumes on them. It's very much. It seems some of the challenge to be won today is kind of the fashion and looks appeal department of things as well. But most of the other teams seem to be kind of sticking to themselves at this point as they're preparing for the parade.
Should have gotten like feathers.
That you were also prepared for parade? We are put gold sash on Abby.
The within a half hour or so, you see the clerks at the table kind of move over. It seems like some official has come down the ramp as well, and they're all kind of discussing together. Before this official just looks over, he says, claps his hand a little, he says, "Challengers, challengers, challengers! Thank you all for coming today. I'm sure that you will put on a wonderful show for the audience that has come to attend today's festivities and tournament. But the parade will be beginning shortly. If all of you could prepare yourselves when your team name is called, please proceed up the ramp, and the route will be shown out to you."
Seems easy enough.
He goes back, kind of whispering to the two clerks a little bit, and they're kind of going over the roll of who showed up, who didn't, who all is present, before he heads back up through the ramp.
Oh boy, I hope we go after the knitting ladies.
You want to be totally?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't want to fight them, but I do just want to follow them in the parade. I think that would be so fun.
The babushkas.
Little Omis.
Yeah, I wonder how well they'll do. It'll be very interesting.
I bet they've got some tricks up their sleeves. They can't be, you know.
A few moments after the official leaves, you see one of the clerks at the bottom of the ramp does start calling out names of some of the teams to head up towards the parade. The first one she calls out is, she says, "The Knitting Circle!" And you see these four old women come up, and they each have their little embroidery hoops and knitting needles that they're working on, clattering away even as they walk over towards the ramp.
Is there magic or anything?
Nothing that you notice immediately. The one thing you do notice is all of their hair is dyed the same silver blue. As they head up the ramps towards the parade. And as they are approaching, you can hear an announcer at the top of the ramp as well, kind of his voice magically amplified out. "And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the Knitting Circle!" And there's a roar and a cheer as they head up onto the streets of Sanctuary itself. One by one, groups are called up the ramp. And, you know, they kind of give a 5-minute gap in between each so they can get out and start on the route, and the next one comes up. After a few others are announced, you see the clerk look over and she says, first scions, please. And Glackus confidently kind of strides over with the rest of his group towards there before they wait for the clerk's signal, and they head up the ramp as well, out onto the parade route.
We will get those shiny outfits dirty today.
They
If
might,
we do nothing else.
they might do arcanely magic to have dirt fall off. But yes, we will fuck them up. It is, you know, it's blackness.
Eventually, after waiting a bit longer and a few more groups heading out, you see the Blackbeards and the Falling Leaves all heading up into the parade. The clerk eventually just says, hijinks by Jax. You know, walk over, and she gestures you over. You start to go up the ramp, and she like stops. She's like, wait, just a moment. She seems to be like listening to a voice in her ear that you can't hear, and she takes her clipboard, kind of looking at it, crossing your name out. She says, okay, proceed. As you head on up the ramp up towards the city, you can hear once again, this time in reverse, the sounds of the crowd up above now growing louder and louder, starting to envelop you. The kind of dimness of being underneath the grand arena, you're blinded by just this white square of light as it's breaching the surface, coming back out onto street level once again. And in that last curtain of light, as you come through and your eyes adjust to it, you can hear the announcer's name. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Hijinks by Jax. There's yelling from the crowd all around. As that kind of all washes over and your vision finally comes back, you can see the plaza now has been what seemed crowded before is absolutely packed, cheek to jowl at this point, of people of Sanctuary of all races and creeds all gathered in together. There is a path through them leading out away from the grand arena, through the crowd, where you can see, you know, kind of city guards, dragon defenders holding back the crowds to give access to the parade route. And as you're coming out and through and taking this whole scene in, you can see projected up onto the walls are these illusory screens. As you come out and wave and are flipping your hair, you look up and see you on the Jumbotron up there. The hair flips across the screen. There's another yell from the crowd as they do. Look at her hair! Is the wind blowing right now? As they yell out, and you can see, like, you know, kind of little letters sparkling across the screen that announces you all as Hijinks by Jax. And as you walk through the parade route, you can see more of these illusory jumbotrons, like up on the grand arena and along the buildings, so that even those not up close to the parade route get these kind of up close views of all of the contestants as they travel through the city streets. You can see the group that had left in front of you just a few, 100 yards or so up ahead, and the kind of cheering and excitement of them just has enough time to die down and everyone's eyes to swivel as you all approach these little pockets of excitement for each of the challengers. You also get glimpses of a few of the other teams being projected up onto the illusory jumbotrons throughout the city. As you're expected, from what you were told, the parade is about an hour long of just walking through the city blocks, kind of making a circuit around, gathering the crowds in to head to the grand arena for the big event. And you get glimpses up on those screens, those illusions of some of the other teams as they're kind of marching past these places as well. The knitting circle and the first scions you can see a group of what looks to be actually dragon defenders with the kind of dragon scale armor on them and the dragon-headed helm over the top, although all of them have been painted or enameled into a variety of colors along them. That their name is announced as the Peacekeepers. You see a group of what just seems like ragtag mercenaries with scrapped armor and dented plate mail. That their name is announced as Collateral Damage. You see the group of dwarves heading on through the crowds.
That was a good one.
All with their black beards and different intricate braids, some with them kind of coming down off the sides, and another a big thick one in the middle. Another has dozens and dozens of tiny braids in his black beard, and they're announced as the Blackbeards, a group of insect-like pixies fluttering along down the street. You see announced as the Fey Guard, and a group of various lineages of people, but all wearing light leathers and animal hides, and you can see kind of vines laced through their attire and around their brow, announced as the Falling Leaves. And those are kind of flashed on these screens you get glimpses of as you're heading through the city, knowing that they're somewhere else out in this parade as well, marching through the city. Now, Mogar, you see something on the city streets that immediately makes you think of the caravan and miss, as much as this is exciting and new, it kind of makes you miss being among the Beatnik Brawlers and on the road with them. What is it that you see in the city that makes you think of this?
I see the hustle and the bustle and how lively it is and how there's so much variety of things going on. It makes me think of my community and my herd and how like everyone's just a little bit different, and yeah.
And it is a huge, much of the kingdom of Tarkon is mixed, but Sanctuary especially is this huge melting pot, as it is, a place where everybody is welcome and everybody is given what they need, and so people from the now princedoms that make up the kingdom of Tarkan, and from disparate lands and smaller settlements and communities that were brought into the fold of the kingdom, have all kind of made their way here, all mixing together in this place. And you can see along the parade route that there doesn't seem to be much, at least in the areas of Sanctuary you've been so far, and it would take days, if not weeks, to explore the entire sprawling city. But there doesn't seem to be too much in the way of like the poorer neighborhoods and the richer neighborhoods. People seem to all be living, shoulder to shoulder with each other, mixing in amongst themselves. There doesn't seem to be that kind of class divide, as it were. There are definitely still the wealthy people, like the Tran family, of course. There are, the political leaders and the business leaders, but as a general, because everyone kind of is on equal footing, as it were, and so there is this constant kind of mix through the city that you get this feel for. Yvain, even actually, the parade passes through the part of Sanctuary of like the little free cities where many of the refugees of the free cities had taken up residence and have their kind of ethnic cuisines and little shops, and where a lot of the people there still speak their native tongue with and amongst each other. You pass through that area as well, coming through. But even with that bit of divide, there's nothing that very visually kind of marks that line between the little free cities and the rest of Sanctuary. Even they have integrated with the city around them. And yeah, the parade route takes about an hour of you walking on and through. You can see that the crowd, as the parade goes on further and further, is getting more and more excited as they're getting eyes on each one of the groups of contestants, getting an eye on what the competition or the contestants are going to be this year. The excitement is growing for the upcoming tournament, and which of these groups will come out on top. Eventually, you do see the parade is circling back through Sanctuary and starting to head back towards the Grand Arena where it had started at. And the crowds, if anything, are even denser and thicker than they had been at the start of the parade. The excitement kind of building up more and more as the route continued on, until you see that same, athletes-only tunnel that heads back down underneath the Grand Arena, and the one final cheer from the crowd in the streets. People are even kind of chanting out, "Hi, Jinx, bye, Jax, hi, Jinx, bye, Jax." But that quickly is drowned out by the next chant of "Falling leaves, falling leaves, falling," as one by one these groups make their way back into the arena. When you come back downstairs, you can see a different group of officials are down there. That they all have refreshments for all of you after the hour-long march through the streets of Sanctuary. One of them looks over, kind of adjusting her glasses, and just says, "You'll have an hour to rest and preparing before the tournament begins and the opening celebrations take place."
Ever to just punch someone.
When was last time you punched someone, Sunny?
Punch it.
Now.
You were kind of asking for that one.
I still did not get the answer.
In the cabin? In the cabin.
Probably.
Perhaps.
Maybe in a tavern. I don't know. We haven't had much time for those lately.
Soon, I hope.
Not that we've ever had much time for taverns together.
We've just been traveling under pressure.
Yeah. Well, 1 hour to,
Okay, so that is like short rest.
Take a short rest if you want to do it.
We are continuing short
Just
rest.
throw some beer in there.
I don't even know what to expect with these challenges.
You can prepare and gain hope. I should mention.
I mean, I'm full of hope. I'm filled up and cleared out, but that's...
You have been taking fiber supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I eat my greens.
Boy.
I have a nice big bowl of oatmeal to prepare.
The porridge was so good.
And it warms me from the inside, relaxing the bitterness of my hatred. Just enough that I gain some hope.
Too close to real life. I'll do the same, so I can have hope. Wait, how much hope? 2?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
If you prepare with one or more members of your party, you can take 2 hope.
Okay. Oh, but wait, did we? No, that's a Jack thing. Never mind.
I don't know what I
don't know
what I can do.
Eating the oatmeal and we can do 2.
Yes. I don't know if eating oatmeal together counts as preparing together, but maybe it does.
We don't know what the challenges are.
Everyone's just stretching and everything, like warming up, and we're just at a table.
Yeah, I don't. I support you guys. What do you guys need?
More
Can I-
oatmeal.
How about I make the oatmeal for everyone to eat? Does that mean I'm preparing it with you guys so you all take two? Can it work that way even though I'm not taking it?
Thinking what?
I don't know.
Oh, because you're full of hope.
I'm full of hope.
Look at you.
You're trying to help them prepare. What's it say? It says 2 of you can prepare together.
And then you each get 2 hope. We were discussing whether eating oatmeal together counts as preparing together.
We're eating oatmeal, we're chit
I
chatting.
mean, narratively, what you do to prepare together is up to you.
There you go.
Mechanically, you just have to say we prepare together.
If you choose to prepare with one or more party members of your party, you may each take 2 hope.
So I had 1 empty hope slot, so I can only take 1. So if you want to eat oatmeal with somebody else, it's okay.
Wow.
I mean, I was working on the oatmeal angle. I figured you have been to the challenges before, so you could just be talking about the arena, and we could be prepping on like what that looks like.
I do, although it's
So,
it's different
you
every
gonna
year,
do?
so I am not know exactly.
I think it counts.
I was gonna eat
I will
oatmeal.
tell you everything.
Yeah.
Discuss the
So,
spells.
okay,
Sound like
so we
Steve
do
Clan.
all that, and then I go eat oatmeal with Mogak so he can have 2.
There we go.
and I just tell him everything.
I take your oatmeal. You're gonna finish this, right?
Eyes were bigger than stomach. So yeah, thank you.
You know what would have been good in this? If you had spiced pears.
Ooh, cinnamon pears are so
So you
good.
talked to him for that long, but you didn't grab any fruit?
I was distracted.
By the fruit?
Yeah, the fruit.
That you are not by.
That was rotten?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This does not.
Anyway, okay. So, well, what do we have left here? We got like 10 more minutes. We should probably get to our spots, huh? I'll clean up.
You do see many of the other teams are readying themselves at the other ramp down to this chamber that you would assume leads out to the actual arena floor itself. I just gotta check one thing real quick. There it is. Okay. Got it. Eventually, you see some of the officials coming down, gathering all of the teams up again. They seem to kind of be arranging them in the same order that you all were on during the parade to head out to the arena floor itself. And you can hear down here over the last hour the dull rumble of the crowd starting to gather in the arena above you. It just keeps growing louder and louder until it seems like some massive beast out there waiting for you, of just this kind of monotone rumbling of feet stomping on the structure, and voices talking, and people shouting out, and music playing, is all just kind of blending together and rumbling through the stonework above and around you to reach your ears down here. And as the officials are kind of gathering you up and getting you into place, you can start to hear that rumble starts to die down. And then you can hear a more distinct announcer's voice kind of greeting and welcome everybody, you assume. And there's another big "ah" yell of the crowd that seems twice as loud as it had been before, as the crowd is all yelling out in unison. It goes on for 15-20 seconds and then starts to die down again before that announcer voice picks up once again, and seems to be calling for people. And one by one, kind of teams are gestured to head up the ramp that now heads into the arena proper itself. Kind of wait your spot in line, moving forward. Each time the announcer calls out another of the group names and they emerge into the arena above, the yell from the crowd amplifies once again and gets even louder as you get closer and closer to the actual ramp heading up above. Finally, you find yourselves at the front of the line, the ramp in front of you heading up, and you can see this one. It seems to kind of come up out of the ground, and so there's just this square of light at the end of the tunnel, at the roof level of the tunnel above you, and you can feel the kind of the anticipation and the nerves starting to build up in this moment. Suni, how are you feeling as the big moment is upon you?
Still slightly annoyed that there is something going on and we have to do all of this like weird shit rather than just focus on the serious problem. But ultimately this is kind of whimsical, so it's not too bad. And then like I get to a fight with Vestian. That could be fun, a little sexy. And Glacus, we can punch in the face. So, yeah.
The image of your fist impacting Glacus's perfect white teeth fills your eyes for a moment before you come back and see the official kind of in front of you gesturing all of you to come on up the ramp. As you start to walk up the ramp, the roar of the crowd up above becomes more and more deafening before it starts to die off as you're approaching where the ramp breaks the surface there. And you can hear the announcer's voice even more distinctly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, some newcomers to the arena today. I bring you Hijinks by Jax. As you all walk up again out of the darkness of the locker room below and into the arena itself. The hair flips around you. And once again, you can see the kind of Colosseum-like seating that goes up around you. There's a huge sand pit floor in the middle, but there are just rows and rows and rows of people. This sea of people surrounding the ring of the arena, all yelling and screaming, and all of their voices, their cheering, their clapping is being directed into this central area where you are. All of your images again being put up in these big illusions all around. It seems some way or another they're kind of projecting like an illusory bust of your head that's slowly, each of your heads that's slowly rotating, and like stat lines are coming up underneath about strengths and weaknesses and the odds on.
I didn't consent to that. Did we consent to that?
Tulok's hair waving.
Tulok's hair, despite everyone else's images being frozen solid, Tulok's hair is just blowing.
All the budget went into that.
And you can see the people you can see close by in the crowd at least kind of whispering to each other, and it looks like some money is changing hands. Bets are being placed as the teams are all coming out and
I
being
should have
announced.
put bets on us. Wait, I don't have money.
And there is kind of a mini parade happening here as each of the contestants is making a circuit around the arena floor while the others are coming up and out to be announced to the crowd. As you're making this circuit around, you can see at one end of the arena, not too far up, there is a kind of raised box setting them up above the level of the rest of the crowd, around with a large canopy over the top that's kind of offering shade and shelter, with a number of well-dressed and or armored individuals underneath the shade. You can see a few people standing by with like chilled drinks on a tray that they're offering as they go about. The box of the High King is currently occupied, of course, for the grand tournament of challenges. And as you walk by, you get a glimpse, a number of, like nobility and city officials sitting up there, but a few that pop out to you in the kind of slim lilac robes. The first wizard is up. She seems to be sitting at the left side of the High King and having a conversation with another, what looks to be like maybe a visiting dignitary off to her side as well. On the right-hand side of the king, not seated but standing and just a little bit behind the High King itself, you can see a mountain of a man in this dark, burnished plate armor that seems to weigh likely more than the man himself does, but he seems to wear it like as light as silk robes. He's moving quite naturally, as if he were born into this armor. His dark, almost ebony black skin with a thick black curling beard. His head looks to be shaved, and he is, rather than kind of watching the entertainment that's being presented below, his eyes are constantly scanning the crowds around, even including the others in the High King's box itself,
We know who he is.
constantly alert. You do recognize him as, I definitely should have wrote his name down, as the High King's brother. He's known by most people as the Red Dragon, and where the High King is often referred to as the Silver Dragon in a kind of affectionate way. The name the Red Dragon is said in fear and awe. And those of you aware of the history of the High Kingdom, the princedoms and people that were not conquered through diplomacy, the Red Dragon settled it. And once he was done, there was no question, like, you were conquered. And he is known a brilliant strategist and tactician, but brutal when it comes to warfare. And fiercely protective of his younger brother, the High King, who is the last individual you see wearing just a kind of simple white tunic with kind of golden rope work around it. Nothing too flashy, but definitely showing a bit of wealth to it. His dark skin is contrasted by a silver mane of curling hair and a very close trimmed kind of military cut to his beard as well, as he's sitting in a little bit more than a chair but less than a throne, with the kind of dragon with wings spread out off of his shoulders on the back of the chair. And he is very much like smiling and laughing and watching the entertainment before him as you make this circuit around, and more of these teams are announced out behind you. Eventually you kind of see an official gesture over to your spot to stand as you're kind of all spread out around the arena itself. And the last few teams are announced before the announcer's voice, which is like magically amplified out through the rest of the arena, finally says, "Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the challengers presented to you to take part in today's tournament for your joy and entertainment." There's a final roaring cheer for the collection of all of you together with the other challengers around. before the announcer just says, "And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat for you today on this honored day of Lanabon. A message from the High King himself." The whole audience, eyes shift over to that box where the High King sits, and you can see all of the illusory screens now show his image, the imposing form of his brother just beside him as he looks out. And he seems to kind of know where these illusions are coming from, so he looks directly at the camera as he speaks. His voice also seems to amplify out through the entire arena around you as he kind of waves out to the crowd around them and waits for them to die. And there is an even more passionate cheering from the audience around as they cheer for the High King himself. When they're cheering for all of you, it was excitement and the thrill, whereas now there's a genuine passion and admiration in the cheering that is happening. He waits politely with a smile on his face for the cheers to die down. Still seated in his chair, he finally kind of holds his hands out in the crowd, the last of the crowd, and dies back a little. He just says, "Ladies and gentlemen of Sanctuary," and his voice rings out with this absolute tone of authority. You hear this voice and it makes you not only want to listen and obey, but feel like he knows. You feel this kind of wisdom coming from his voice as it rings out across the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen of Sanctuary, I am honored and delighted to have you all here, welcoming you to my home, my sanctuary. It is on this day that we are reminded that through honest challenge and contest, the strong may rise to protect the weak. And for this, we raise a glass to Lanabon." And he raises up his glass to the air. "I can assure you that our mages and engineers have quite a few surprises in store for our challengers today, and I hope that you all enjoy the entertainment about to be presented to you. But enough of me. These are the stars of the show today," and he gestures out to all of you. The big jumbotrons, the cameras kind of pan down and around all of the participants ready to take place in today's tournament. There is another roaring cheer from all around you of the crowd, and the ground almost seems to shake as people are kind of stomping their feet and clapping their hands. The illusory screens actually show outside of the grand arena as well, where there is still a sea of people gathered up outside watching the magic screens outside that are relaying to them what's happening inside the arena. And you, Yvain, Tulok, you would know that something of this scale, there are these screens everywhere through the city, so that no matter where you are, you don't have to miss this event if you wanted to watch it. You kind of get the feeling that at this hour, all eyes of Sanctuary are here on you and the other contestants around you.
I mean, it would be a very good time to have broken to the basement. I've done something.
And as you say that, the floor around you gives a final kind of lurch and shake. Stone walls form on all four sides of you, and a ceiling cuts you off overhead. There is a light seeming to come from the walls themselves. You can see in front of you, as the announcer's voice seems to announce, "Let the tournament begin!" In front of you is a doorway with no mechanisms or handles, hinges on it in any way. Off to the side of it is a large alcove with a number of pegs sticking out of it. And at your feet, coming up out of the floor, almost like apparating out of the sand itself, just emerging up out with the sand pouring off the sides, is a box with a number of gears in it, each of different sizes and with different numbers of teeth. Finally, above the door is a plaque with an inscription on it that just reads 4 in 1 and 3 in 4. 2 needs all that came before. 3 seems last, but with only half.
Hang on.
Whoa, go back.
I will repeat this. I'm just getting it all out once.
Okay.
Of 1 and 2 and also 4.
Great.
4 in 1 and 3 in 4.
Is that on the same line?
This is back to the beginning.
Yeah.
4 and 1 and what?
4 in 1 and 3 in 4. 2 needs all that came before. 3 seems last, but with only half. Of 1 and 2 and also 4.
3 seems last.
But with only half. Of 1 and 2 and also 4.
But with only
1
half.
and 2, but also 4.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And looking at the alcove next to the doorway, there are 4 pegs.
And and 4 gears, and it looks like the gears can be arranged so that they interlock and in some way touch some mechanism.
Yeah, the gears are of different sizes and different numbers of teeth. There is a gear with 3 teeth, a gear with 4 teeth, and 2 gears with 7 teeth.
3. There's a gear with 4.
4, 7.
And
2.
7.
2 with 7.
Mhm.
2 gears with 7. So that's 4 gears total.
Yep.
So 4, 3, and a 7 is 7.
Yep.
And can you read off the text one more time to make sure I have it right?
4 and 1 and 3 and 4.
2 needs
needs
all
all.
that came before.
3 seems last, but with only half.
Of 1 and 2 and also 4.
Okay.
It seems the first challenge is before you.
Are the pegs numbered or in an obvious order? Not the gears, but like.
Not necessarily in an obvious order, but it's kind of, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. However you want to look at it. There's just 4 pegs in a line, somewhat in a line.
So we could imagine that we were ordering the gears.
Sorry, what was that?
We could imagine that we were ordering the gears.
That's an assumption you could make.
Well, it almost seems like the obvious is it's telling you to put in the first position 4 pegs or 4 gears or 4 notches into the first spot, and the one with 3 notches into the 4th spot. So that would be the first and the 4th position.
It does seem that.
And then 7 and 7 go into the middle too. But then the rest of it tells you that's not the case.
3
So-
seems last, but with only half of 1 and 2 and also 4.
What if you had to do one of them more than once?
Well, we can't because they're physical gears.
Mm-hmm.
2 needs all before.
So it's a box with
Mhm.
those physical gears on it, and where
There's a box with the gears just in it. Like you could pull the boxes out and put them up on the pegs,
okay,
and then 4 pegs in the wall.
So
right,
we're basically
okay.
arranging. We think we're arranging the 4 gears in order
Yeah, yeah.
according to this logic. If 2 needs all that came before.
You could still say 7, right? Because 4 and 3 equals 7.
Right. But how can you have 4 and 3, 7, and have 7 in the second position still?
Well, because so the gears are 3, 4, 7, and 7.
Yeah.
So our options are, I mean, if you're saying if it's 2 needs all that came before,
Right. It
all that
suggests
came before is,
3 and 4 make 7.
well, all that came before in this riddle is 4 and 3.
That's true.
If we were just looking at the phrasing.
That's true. So we
Could
think
be
maybe
7.
7 in the second position.
And then 3 seems last, but with only half of 1 and 2.
But if 2's all become before, does that mean 2's last?
Is that it?
If everything comes before 2, does that mean that the second one would be last? Like the only 2 gears?
There is none with 2 gears. 3, 4.
So these are
Mogar holds up his 2 finger.
the 2 is 2. These are the gears. These are the gear options that we have. 3,
Okay.
4, 7, and 7. So these are the positions that I have right now, but that doesn't mean that's what they are. So 4 and 1, and 3 and 4. 2 needs all that came before. 3 seems last, but with only half of 1 and 2, but also 4. I don't know what that means. I put the gears into the 4, 7, 7, 3. I mean, do you think we're gonna burn if we put them in the wrong spots?
You could burn. I mean, they have healing magic on tap. They can do whatever they want to us.
I'm used to being wrong. I put it in the wrong spots.
Which spot do you put it in?
4, 7, 7, 3.
As you lift up these gears,
That's what I
set the
have
right
right now.
4 teeth, the 7, and the 3. As you slide the last gear into place, a handle appears on the peg of the wheel, or of that last gear.
I try to turn it. Yeah.
You start to turn. Each of the gears turns at different speeds and revolutions to each other. You see the door that was blocking the way before swings open.
Cool.
And in front, outside of the door, rather than the open arena floor you had seen before, there is a narrow hallway heading up in front of you before it branches off left and right. You can see there are 2 alcoves on either side of the wall that seem to be kind of lit up and offering the only light here in this hallway.
So I think in the alcoves.
If you walk up and look at those 2 alcoves, you can see each has a pair of potions in it.
There's just like gonna be where we can just take a little like of a potion.
You recognize the potions. Each alcove looks to have a health potion and a stamina potion. So 2 of each total.
Okay. I have. I have potions that I think I was supposed to distribute to you guys.
Yep.
So I have a minor stamina, another minor stamina, and a full stamina, and then I have a health, and a minor health. So I have 2 minor stamina and a full stamina, 2 full health and 1 minor health, and then plus these 2 health and 2 stamina.
So, since we're getting those, everyone can have a minor health potion. Do we all have a minor health potion now?
I have.
I have one already.
I do too.
I have stress potion.
Stamina.
I have stress too.
Alright, if you don't have a minor
I
health,
have a Zoloft potion.
I have 2 staminas.
okay, so you should take a health.
Someone want one of my staminas? Or did we work through that already?
We're working through things now.
Okay.
Wait, what do you have?
I have 1 health potion, and that's it. 1 minor health potion. That's it.
I have one minor.
So we can all have 1 minor health potion. That's the easy part. So she can be taking one of your surplus, I guess.
Of which?
Or what?
Of health or stamina?
Health.
Full health potion?
Yeah, because
Tulak wants a full
Tulak
health
doesn't
potion.
have a health potion.
Tulak has a full health potion.
Okay, so I took a minor health, and now I'm taking a full health.
You're taking a...
I'm not taking a minor health. I'm just taking a full health.
You're taking a full health.
Okay.
We only have the 1 of those. So
We have 2 full healths.
We have 2 of those.
I mean, and then there's 2 more in the envelopes.
I thought those were minors.
There's a full.
Okay,
2 full health and 2 full stamina.
that's ominous.
Get down to cleric anymore.
And then you had, what did you have in your inventory?
I had 2 health, 1 minor health, 1 stamina, 2 minor stamina.
As you're sitting, gathering these other bottles and
Okay.
pulling out the ones that you had before, you can hear through the tunnel walls the announcer's voice again. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears the first scions, the Blackbeards, and Hijinks, Bijacks have all made it through the first challenge. They are neck and neck, folks. But what's this? It looks like collateral damage is quickly getting through their door. They're catching up now.
Okay,
Cheers.
you guys use stamina, you use
Yeah.
stress.
Can
So-
I trade a stamina for? Can I
No,
give
you're
up a
no,
minor for a full
no.
stamina?
You're getting 2 full staminas.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna just get those.
Okay. Great.
Each one of you gets 1 of the full staminas.
Okay.
So that solves that problem.
Okay, you don't want to trade it?
No. I will take the minor stamina.
Okay.
And then we have 1 minor health, and we have 2 full healths left, I believe. Or no, 4 of them. You took 1 of them.
I took what?
We have 3. You took a full health.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have 3 of those.
That's it. The Knitting Circle and the Fagard have made it through the first challenge. Almost all of our teams are into the labyrinth.
You can get a full health. I'll get a full health. Bogar, you get a full health. You get a minor, and then we're done.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. So what are these potions that we just walked up to?
They're in our pockets now, and
Yeah.
we're moving on.
Oh, okay.
So remember to 1 minor health potion.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're good.
Okay. Cool. And then we look down the hallways to left and right.
Look left and right, and you can see identical narrow passageways that very quickly branch and cut off in different directions again.
I go left.
You head off towards the left as
Unless anyone
Hijinks,
objects to me just picking a direction.
Hijinks,
There, I go left.
Bijacks enters the labyrinth.
Lovely.
Navigating this labyrinth is going to require a group action roll.
We love that.
So one of you will take the lead on this roll. At the very end, the leader will be making an instinct roll to navigate the maze.
How's your instincts?
The rest of you will be offering assistance in navigating the maze. This is how group action rolls work. So we have one leader making the final roll. The rest of you are helping in some way to navigate this labyrinth.
I have +2 instinct. What do you guys have?
1.
Same.
Just +1.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it kind of narratively makes sense. You just like picked a direction. We all follow.
Okay.
To offer this help, you tell me how it is that your character helps in navigating the labyrinth. In this particular group action check, you can tell me what hindrances, obstacles, hazards, or enemies you come across and what abilities, spells, experiences you're using to get past them. You make a reaction roll based on what you're doing, and if you succeed, the leader gets a +1. If you fail, the leader gets a -1.
I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I'm using my knowledge to make a makeshift compass to help out. That's my contribution.
Nice.
A makeshift compass, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I vaguely remember as a person, it's like you get a needle and there's water involved and you just. I don't remember much.
Is that it?
You need a
Oh,
magnet.
that's
You need a magnet.
No,
I mean, yeah,
no.
but I've got magic.
It's the needle and water.
Why is
It's
it not
like
floating?
sticks in a natural water source. It's
It's
fine.
been like 15 years, guys. I don't know.
I will say you can do this. However, with these reaction rolls, again, I want you to tell me what hazard, obstacle, trap, or foe you are helping to overcome. You're just kind of also overcoming the navigation problem. So this is kind of like, as a team, you're getting through this labyrinth together. All of your checks are helping Yvain to navigate your way through. So you all are trying to overcome other obstacles in the labyrinth with these checks.
I think I saw the guy we don't like go that way.
That's helpful.
Yvain immediately goes the other way.
Just bad direction, man.
There's no way that can be right.
Fight decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Split.
There's we come across a door that's like slamming shut, open, shut, open. I take suspended rod, I click it, problem solved.
You and the rod.
There I helped. Again.
I will give you a cheeky automatic success for coming up with an obstacle that you had an automatic solution for. So that is a +1 to your final roll.
Okay.
What other obstacles hinder your progress through the labyrinth, and how do you two help overcome them?
How much rope does everyone have?
I got 50
I
feet.
think.
a lot.
Yeah, we have like.
We can use it as a path so we could split up a little bit until I can use my whistle to indicate a dead end wherever there may be to signify us. It might give off a little bit more for information for the other team.
Oh, what do they know, right?
Yeah, they
It's a
wouldn't know
whistle.
much.
That's just-
You are looking to make some kind of a roll to help overcome the obstacles of the labyrinth. And this could be either just using one of your abilities, using an experience if you want to spend a hope. So this is kind of a way to tell this story that makes your character look the coolest.
He's trying to get some fear
Like,
out of us.
you can't get fear on reaction rolls. What obstacles do you come across that Mogar is perfect for overcoming?
There's a rock in the way. And he's got
And this isn't just a labyrinth. This is a magical labyrinth, so it can be pretty much anything you want.
something you have to.
And we don't have to focus totally on Mogar. Tulok, you know what you're doing.
There's a rock in the way. I don't know. It could be something more cool than a rock, but I mean, I'm strong. That's what I do. I push things. I like to use
And
my
you also have amazing good looks.
my shell. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well connected, and yeah, you know what? I do. I damn my good looks. So the Blackbeards, right? They are coming up at a turn, and we're like feeling like we're making pretty good progress here in the labyrinth. We've made a lot of dead ends, so we know that we're going the right way, at least for a little bit. And the Blackbeards have just kind of come this way, and so I convinced them that we're 50-50 here, and you know, there's like no chance that we're going the right way right now. This is like Absolutely. I think that we're probably headed the wrong way, but we're just going to give it a shot. But you guys, like, honestly, you're probably better off just going that way, you know, and, like, just give it that way a shot. I think you guys are cool. So, just doing a full hit on of the Blackbeards now.
You can make a presence check.
Great.
Reaction roll. I think you're adding your experience, sounds like.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna.
you're spending a hope to add your experience.
Yes. With my damn good looks.
Damn my good looks.
Well, damn my good looks, I'll use my experience. And that's critical.
Critical. No extra effects on a reaction roll, but it is still a success. Now you have a +2 total. As you move further and further along through, the Blackbeards kind of looking at each other, these 4 dwarven individuals are looking at each other as they say so. You see the one kind of punches the other one in the shoulder. He says, "I told you we needed more than just water and a needle," and they go stomping off the other way.
The magnet's important.
Mogar, you are the last to offer your aid in overcoming the obstacles of the labyrinth.
I just imagine it more being like a hedge type a little bit. I don't know if that's actually everyone's case.
It is what you want it to be.
That's fair. So,
It did say it was stone, but
It did, but we were all creating the world together.
they can be like stone
The
hedges.
stone magically
There's a
becomes
vine on top of the
hedgeways.
stone.
I'm going to use my quarterstaff and my height advantage to kind of gain a little more knowledge of the layout a little bit. I'm just really not too sure about
So just imagine, like, there could be anything in this maze. There could be monsters that they've spawned in. There could be a trap, or the walls could come crushing in on you. What obstacle does the group come across that you help them overcome?
So Josh is
You're
giving
really dexterous.
Josh is giving you or all of us like an invitation to describe a part of the world
And to
what
show
it's-
off
and,
your character.
and what it's doing and how we solve that.
I think there's like a
So-
swinging bridge,
Mhm.
like we have to cross something where you need to.
Yeah.
Charge at something with your horns and then smash it.
If you've played any
I don't know what
video
character does,
games,
but-
anytime like there was a puzzle that you had to solve, there were certain mechanics, certain tools that could like maybe help.
I might imagine that we step into a room with swirling magical currents, and I have to use my knowledge to sort of divine a hidden door somewhere.
So this is basically, you get to come up with the obstacle that your character is perfect to deal with. Kind of setting you up for the most success and helping you helping me to build out the excitement of the challenges.
He's really just
You were
being lazy.
foraging, right? That was the thing that you did for your herd. So like, can you use that expertise? Like, we need to find something for a specific challenge.
I noticed that the moss on the stone is on there, and then it's pointing toward a certain direction, so I don't need a compass to know which way is north.
There you go.
There we go.
Yes, you could. This would be
Resourceful.
normally this would be an
Yes,
instinct roll.
Resourceful. I spelled wrong.
Normally this would be an instinct reaction roll, but if you have other suggestions of what you're using,
No, I like instinct.
so roll your duality dice, your 2d12. Which one's hope? Which one's fear?
Outside hope.
Big one's
inside
hope.
fear.
Little one's fear. So you roll that
11 with fear.
plus your instinct.
12 with fear.
That is another success, so a +3 total on your final roll. and I don't gain fear because that is a reaction roll. However, this final roll of navigating the labyrinth does generate hope or fear. And is also an instinct roll, unless you have experiences you want to add to it, or otherwise. And then with a +3 from your group's help overcoming the many challenges of the labyrinth.
I think that we are sticking to the mission here.
Heck yeah, we are.
We stick to the mission a lot, but
But there's a
Good thing
lot
you've always
of
got a mission.
distractions in
I
the
know.
labyrinth.
I didn't think of that when I came up with it.
Somebody give me a mission!
Get us out of here.
What's our mission, guys?
Get us out of here.
Awesome. Okay.
I would say break into the basement, but whatever.
We're doing that. 24 with fear.
Yeah.
The fear.
Whoa.
Yes.
Nice. 24.
You continue
Sick.
twisting and turning through this labyrinthine corridors that have been magically erected in the floor of the arena here. Despite the walls and ceiling above you, you get the feeling that like your progress is being shown on the many jumbotron screens both around the city and through the arena itself, as the audience does seem to be kind of oohing and ahhing, cheering as more and more of these obstacles are overcome. And as you turn a final corner, you can see the corridor you're in opens up into a bit of a larger courtyard. The sky opens up above you once again. You can see the sea of people, of the crowd, the audience once again filling the arena around you, and you hear the announcer's voice as you make that final turn. Announcing out over the crowd. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have two groups pulling out into the lead here today. The first Scions and Hijacks, Bijacks have both made it through the labyrinth and now are approaching the Tower of the God King. And you look in front to see this tall tower of black stone covered in jagged carvings and sharp angles of stone all around. As your eyes head up this tower, you can see it looks to be in ruins. Holes broken into the sides of it, stone having crumbled in and outwards from the tower's structure itself. And as your eyes go up, you can see dark clouds starting to form and swirl above. Lightning starting to crash down. You can actually see where you're at here kind of in the center of the arena, the heart of the labyrinth that had been created around you. There look to be a number of these towers identically, like each group kind of got to their own tower at the heart of the labyrinth here. And by what the announcer has said, you all, as well as the first Scions, have each made it to the tower itself.
Clock is turn.
And as you approach the ruined tower of the God King, let's take a break there before you head in the doors. Definitely nothing dangerous is going to happen inside there. We will return back here in about 10 minutes as we take a quick break. Go get yourself some snacks, some refreshments, and get ready for the rest of the tournament of challengers when we come back. We'll see. And we're back. Welcome back to Fail with Hope. We are back from our break, and we are ready to dive further into the tournament of challenges, where our team has successfully figured out the lock puzzle, has navigated and overcome the hazards and obstacles of the labyrinth, and you now find yourself at the ruined tower of the God King, in which you assume you need to get to the top of it. By the announcer's announcements, it sounds like Glackish Tran and his first Scions are neck and neck with the rest of you in getting to the base of their tower as well. Although it sounds like as the announcer kind of continues giving progress reports, a few other teams are getting towards the end of the labyrinth, while a few more are still struggling within. You can see this dark tower rising up in front of you with the dark clouds starting to amass and swirl above. Lightning starting to crash down, thunder rumbling. You can see a dark open archway at the foot of the tower just in front of you where you have exited the labyrinth.
Limp towards it carefully.
Start to walk up towards it. You feel the well, I was going to say the hair on the back of your neck, but there's no hair on your neck. The scales kind of tingle a little bit. This sense of eeriness in front of you, despite this tower not having been there 20 minutes ago when you first entered the arena. It looks like it's stood there for centuries, ancient and eroded, and almost has this haunted vibe to it. Whether that's because they said it was the Tower of the God King or some other reason, you get this eerie sensation as you walk towards the tower.
I tap the stones with my staff and see if they're hollow.
Stones seem solid.
They did really good work on this place. It gives off vibes for something that was erected like a day ago.
Not even a day. Like when you entered the arena, this tower was not here, but neither was the labyrinth, and neither was the puzzle door room.
You know what time?
Steps inside, you can see stairs curving along the wall, heading up. Broken. The wall is broken in many places, leaving it open to the air outside still. Although, as soon as you come into the tower, the afternoon sun that you could see beyond the dark clouds just over the tower, it seems totally dark looking out those gaps in the wall now. You can also see that the stair leading up above you is broken and crumbling in many places. And again, you kind of assume the mission here is to get to the top of the tower.
Good, we have mission.
It's very important to you, isn't it?
I have found is that if you have no mission, what have you?
Time to relax.
Time to waste?
Ew. No. Time to relax. It was like sun.
Okay, let's go.
You need to sunbathe more.
Get your scales in the wind.
Is there anything? Does there seem to be anything on this bottom floor?
The bottom floor looks empty. Just the cold stone floor at your feet.
All right, head up.
I did run behind you, so you got to move yourself because I'm behind you.
I'm like barely squeezing through the gap of the floor, like the stairway. It's like a little narrow.
This is actually the base of the stairs is under here. The darker point.
Oh, I see.
As you start
that
to
is a gap.
head up, yep. Yeah, that's where the stairs are broken. And after walking up maybe half a flight of this curving staircase, you can see where the stairs have crumbled and broken away in front of you.
Hey, Mogar, you're very strong. I mean, you are too, Tula. I was wondering if you take out rope and one of you uses maybe both the rods to like move across this gap with the rope, and then we have rope on either side.
I will mention that you have a magic hand spell that I noticed when we were going through our spells earlier, and
But okay,
Rod.
Eugene, but it would be so cool to see one of them doing it.
Okay,
And I
from
just
me.
pitted them against each other. Who's the strongest that can do it? This is the whole entire point of this challenge, no?
A competition within the competition.
I don't know. I mean, competitions are fun, and
I just start doing it. It's just like I start going right at it.
Oh,
while
does
she's
he make it?
monologuing.
Does he make
Yup.
oh, you are pretty good at that, though.
Let's see here. So
Alright. Now I do magic hand to go get the other rod so we can have bridge that would just...
Okay.
No.
I also have a grappler. I believe I could use this outside of combat, I believe.
What's
Sure.
it do?
For the improved grappler on successful attack, you may also pull the target in a melee with you.
What's its range? Should say like melee, very close, close, far, very far. You see it on
Finesse close.
there? Okay. So you want to use the grappler to try and traverse the gap in the stairs?
Yeah, I will.
What does your grappler look like? Like, is it actually like a grappling hook on a rope? Do you have the Batman extendo?
It has like a claw hand, like 3 prongs, I guess, but like more flathead type, like pointing out and then jutting back in, and it'll attach to whatever when it feels pressure and then clinches on.
Nice.
Like when you pull the rope, it tightens the grip.
Once it makes contact,
On
it'll
it.
like engage like a spring. It'll like
It's just
unlock
like
it
on
instantly.
a rope that you.
No, more like a gun.
Okay. You load the grappler up, shooting it across the way. It connects with the wall over the stairs where some of the rock has crumbled out of, and you can make an agility roll with advantage to get across the gap. Advantage because you're using the grappler. So an agility roll is your 2d12 plus agility, and advantage means you add a d6. Use an action.
17, 21 with hope.
Take a hope. What does it look like as you grapple across this gap in the stairs?
I aim my gun or grappling hook up to the beam, one of the beams up top, and I give it a nice jump and like leap as I go to, and I successfully clear up to the next part of the steps and just kind of land.
Do you
without
like
problem.
swing across, or does it pull you in as you go?
Pulls me in.
You land on the other side. A few more bits of the stair crumble away under your hoofed feet, but the section you're on seems to be solid enough as you have gotten to the other side of the gap.
Alright, now you guys try it.
I thought you had taken rod. You were going to do rod and rope and things.
To help us when we're not as strong as you know.
Did you
Toss me the rod.
I get out my magic hand and I just blitz it.
I fumble a little bit, but I secure it. Like, I got it.
So now we have 2 ropes going across.
No, because his pulled him in.
He was just going for style points.
Okay.
But now we have the 2 rods, so we can secure a rope for us to try to get across, I guess. Unless you want to throw your fancy thing across, and then we can all look cool. Don't know.
Okay. I toss it down to you. And I also will use the rod for anyone else that would like to just use that as well, since I'm already up here. Just get up quicker.
I go hand over hand up the rope. Just like leg kind of dangling, just like upper body.
I have it over my shoulder, just kind of like walking it up a little bit to like make it a little faster.
You can also make an agility roll with advantage using the rope.
I was kind of going for strength on that, just.
You can do strength.
Okay, cool.
I was lifting.
21 fear.
With fear.
Sorry.
Alright. How do you use this grappler thing?
Well, unfortunately, you have rolled with fear. And the action, and you use 2 actions. The action comes to me in the tower here.
Excellent.
You can almost feel like the pressure rising. Those of you that have hair feel it all starting to stand up on end. The cracks of lightning and thunder growing louder and closer. I'm going to spend a fear to get 2 action tokens.
Oh no.
I am going to use 2 of those action tokens as you hear the announcer's voice somewhere out there in the darkness outside of the tower. You hear, oh, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the undead armies of the God King haven't left this tower for vacant just quite yet. As you can see from out of the walls, skeletons start to emerge.
Okay.
They weren't hollow.
Okay.
I think it might be time to punch things.
I use the grappler.
You're just gonna leave me back here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You should leave a note.
I'll punch up there.
Is these skeletons
We'll get you up faster if we all pull together.
Yeah.
emerge from the wall.
But I'm your shield.
I throw it
Yeah,
back to
you are.
You hear the announcer say this. You see the bony forms of these skeletons just seeming to kind of emerge from the black stone walls around you, surrounding the group on both sides of this gap. That was 2 actions for this. Bringing it to these guys. I am going to use 2 actions to activate the skeleton dredges, these minions. As they come over, balancing on the edge of the stairs there, they're going to use 2 actions to make their group attack against Mogar. So this is against your evasion.
Alright.
It's crooked. That is a 7.
Miss 11.
How do you evade these as they come raking in with their claws?
As they come in, I kind of like move off to the side closest to the wall, and I like push one of them off.
I will use.
I didn't think about Tulok being down there still, though. Actually,
I'll use a fear to get.
fine.
I use a fear to get 2 more action tokens as these other minions come shambling up the stairs behind you, Tulok. They also make a group attack against you, which is a 14 against your evasion.
Okay. That's good. That hits me.
For 6 physical damage.
That doesn't. Because I think I automatically soak it to my armor first as a stalwart something. Hold on. It's been a while since I took it.
Been a while. It's a good song.
When I take physical damage, I always reduce it by my armor score before applying it to thresholds. So yeah, I don't take any damage.
How do you absorb the claws of these skeleton strikes?
Oh, I just I sink into my shell.
Okay.
I just turtle.
Turtle.
Like,
turn
oh
the other-
geez, what's that? That's not supposed to be here. And then I'm like, oh right, no, that's not that bad. And I come back out. I got this.
That was the 2 actions for that. I will spend another fear to get another 2 action tokens for the final skeleton that emerged. This one wearing much heavier armor and wielding this massive rusty greatsword.
Gross. Way to split us up.
It comes in, pushing between the other 2 skeletons, and let's see, this is very close. Yep. And as it does step up, it swings this massive rusty greatsword in a large arc towards Yvain and Mogar.
Rusty Greatsword was my high school band name.
Each turn is pretty good.
Is that a fact? You said it with such conviction.
That is
That's the joke.
a 19
I believed
against
it.
both of your evasions.
Yeah.
That is a hit for me.
That is 15 physical damage, and you're going to mark a stress as well. So Nick, the way damage works is you have your armor score. You can mark an armor slot to reduce this 15.
There is a very convenient
whatever your
calculate
armor
damage
is.
button on Demiplane also.
It's right there.
And so you basically can use up your armor to soak some of this damage rather than it going straight to your hit points.
Fun fact about Daggerheart is there's no diamonds. So
Armor is easy to heal than hit points.
you don't when you die you're dead.
I mean, there's a small chance.
How do we
you
find
come
that
back.
out?
You just don't want to find out.
So what's your armor score?
Armor score is 4.
So if you use 3 armor slots, it'll take 12 off. So you'd only be taking 3 damage.
Really do use the calculate damage.
If you wanted to use 4 armor slots, you can take all of it and just absorb the whole hit, take no damage at all.
It's just my usable armor slot is at 6, so.
Yep. So you'd be using over half of it.
Okay.
Do you have an ability or something? This is weird as a tank.
He's not a tank, he's a warrior. He's a damage dealer.
He seems to be the most.
Oh, I'm a tank.
biggest guy
Yes.
in the room. And I feel like
Shoot.
Tulip
you
can
have
probably
to-
handle the archers and
Minor threshold is 7.
Well, the problem is
So
if you
with the
restrict
thresholds,
is, you
The
will
minor
still be able to
threshold,
cast-
if the damage that gets
I'm
through
blast.
is up to your
Yeah,
minor
wind
threshold,
restraint
you only
and
take
all
1
how
hit
you
point of
use
damage.
blast and the greater it is.
How much damage was that again?
No.
Because I just
Uh,
had the same thought.
Before any armor or anything is
Can't
15.
move, but
You can still take actions.
You don't get any.
So up to your if it takes up to your minor threshold, it's going to be 1 hit point. Up to your major is 2,
So
and then
really,
above
it's only
major is
useful
3
for
hit points of damage.
No, you can
That
put
actually gets through you.
Yeah.
But he's already.
So of the 15, you can use some of your armor
Okay.
slots.
I'm planning on blasting him back.
Yeah, I'm going to use 4.
Yeah, I feel like I don't
So
have-
you'll reduce it by
'cause I'm looking at
16.
this and like, what can
So
I do?
the damage is coming all the
And
way
it feels
down
like
to
I don't have
0.
anything good,
so you
like,
don't take
just
any hit points
mid-range
of
to
damage.
like hit him and
Does that
do
make
something
sense?
fancy
Yeah.
beyond just myself.
Okay.
Well, you have guys.
So rather than using up your hit points,
Yeah.
you're using up
those
armor
guys.
slots.
I mean,
And how do you
Okay.
avoid the blow of this greatsword as it comes at you?
You could probably file.
Yeah, I
I
was thinking
will
of
actually
doing the wild
duck
thing.
under
Ladder, I
because
was
of
gonna
how
do something
wild the
like that.
swing
Give you
was
an
to get both Yevon
Yeah, this
and
big
I,
sweeping
right?
arc.
So I'll be able to just barely miss and like makes my horn tingle a little bit from how close it was.
In Yvain, you used up some armor and took.
I marked 3 armor
don't
slots,
have
took 1
any
HP
features or
and 1
abilities.
stress.
Yep.
So-
Oh yeah. You also mark 1 stress
Yes, thank you.
of this particular move. That is all of the activations that I have. The action is back on the group.
I would like to blast this asshole who just hit me in the face.
Okay.
Unless anyone has anything they want to do first.
Well, I need to do my thing first.
So, as I'm sort of like staggering right on the edge, you know, like teetering on the edge of the stairs there.
That's great.
I actually, what does this guy look like? He's got
He's
basically
this massive, bony skeleton. He is wearing a heavy, rusted, pockmarked armor with this big, long greatsword. His eyes are burning with this cold blue flame.
I
Yeah.
actually like reach out and grab and just pull myself forward, plant the staff in front of him, and as it slams down into the stairs, the crystal at the top glows bright for a moment, and energy just like blasts out towards him, and I'm casting Power Push,
Okay.
Do that.
using the Battle Mage experience.
To deal
So
damage.
that's a +5.
I don't know if I can do that just because that was his turn. That
Jesus,
I had
ball
the stress
sacks.
mark, so I don't think I can do that.
Do you
But
need
I really
reassurance?
just got the stress because of his turn happening.
I could maybe use some reassurance. What do you got?
But you,
Okay.
but you're right. I couldn't now.
Oh, wait.
But, like, I couldn't.
I mean, it's
in the
before
reaction
anything's
of all the-
happened.
You always think that's
Um,
stress marked.
Okay, after an ally takes an action roll for a consequence to take this.
This is different.
Don't fuck it up! You better. Seriously, do better.
And that was what?
What
I
do
get to reroll.
you can
We're
reroll.
only gonna
Okay.
get
But you
one
must
this
accept the
turn.
result of this
Okay.
roll.
That's probably good.
That's also a reaction.
Duh. Okay, I try. Sorry. I slam it down again. Much better. That's 17 with hope,
Take a hope.
Yeah.
and he is blasted back to far range and takes a bunch of damage.
Okay.
2, 10. God, shit, fuck, balls rolls. Sorry, everyone.
Oh.
Well, at least he's blasted.
Cover Aowen's ears.
So 6, he takes 6 magic damage.
6 magic damage.
And you just, Mogar, this heavily armored skeleton just goes like flying past you, like,
And you said
and
the
slams into
far
the wall.
range.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that at?
But he has to fly through the. Oh wait, are you blasting?
I mean,
him
I guess I
down?
could blast him off of the stairs too, depending on.
Yeah, I almost because it's either like you blast him. Oh, I see.
I mean, I was just kind of blasting him straight back. So it's
Yeah,
like
I
keep
was
tagging him.
like, oh, but then he would knock into those other
Yeah.
two.
Oh, you want to blast them over here?
It seemed like he would take fall damage if he fell off the stairs.
It's a drop.
What does it
Would,
drop?
would he be
But would he be able to
moving
damage
away
those two?
from my melee range? If that
Not
was the case?
voluntarily. What's your ability say?
If he attempts to leave, my melee.
He's not attempting.
He's not
to leave.
attempting. I blame it.
He is being forced to leave.
I would blast him off the stairs if that seems easy to do.
All right, he takes a D20 of physical damage
Hell yeah.
as the armor dents, some of it crumbling apart in its rusted state. You hear some of the bones cracking and snapping as he slams into the wall and down onto the stairs below him. That was your action.
That was my
Action
action.
still on all of you.
That reassurance is really clutch also because the first time I rolled with fear, and this time, the second time I rolled with hope. So
Yeah, I like it. Telling people to not fuck up is really good.
I would like to become unstoppable just to
Unstoppable.
just to reduce the attacks that I'm taking, and then also hopefully to knock out those guys to move up to get so that you can at least move out of this range.
I mean, I have whatchamacallit, Wild Flame I was thinking of using where I can just like move up. It's a melee range thing. So I do my flame erupting from my hands, I deal damage, and I can cause a stress to any of them that I succeed against. Be a good thing to do.
Okay.
So you can prep, like do your thing, but that's what I was planning on, like going into melee to just be able to attack both of them at the same time.
Okay.
Unless something else changes, that was kind of...
I'm also, this is not an action, so continue on, but once per short rest, when I make a successful strike against an enemy, I may clear 3 stress or 1 hit point. On a success with hope, I may also clear 3 stress or 1 hit point of an ally within close range of me. Did you take any hit points?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then never mind.
That's nice.
Well, that's nice that you can clear stress.
It is, yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you set up the wizard, like, picking a number
I
thing?
did.
Okay. Well,
What are
do
you
you
doing?
want to tag team these two?
If you would like.
So we could tag team these two, and then I can become unstoppable as well. So we could tag team on my turn.
Okay.
So what is that? We spend 3 hope.
One of you spends 3 hope,
Okay. I can spend 3 hope.
and then you both tell me how it is you're pulling off this tag team maneuver.
And you wanted to, but so are you still going to be able to cast with a tag team? Or is it my attack that she's tag teaming
You
with
will both
me?
roll attacks,
Okay.
and you take whichever roll you want.
But is it,
Yes, you can cast a spell as
Yeah,
part of
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. You tell me how you are tag teaming,
Mhm.
and we will adjudicate rolls afterwards.
But you each do something that requires a roll, whether that's like an attack or a spell or whatever. You take whichever result you want,
Okay.
and then you each do damage.
So, like, whichever one's higher, whichever one is hope, not fear.
Okay. First of all, I become unstoppable.
Okay.
we could maybe, like, you grab me, swing me around, like, dance partner, and while I'm around the melee
Oh,
range
yeah.
of the other two, I do my flame.
Oh, that's so sick.
And then it just...
Yeah. So I swing my falchion,
Uh-huh.
and then grab you and spin you around to do your thing. So we basically like trade positions to be able to just like lock arms,
Oh,
spin,
yeah.
and
And then
swing.
at the end, I'm safely behind your shell.
Yes, I love that. Okay.
So you both, so you're making a falchion attack.
Yes.
You are making a spell,
Yeah, it was Wild Flame.
Wild Flame.
So it's a spellcast roll against up to 3 enemies.
Okay. So you, and these are minions, so even just targeting one of them, it's more than one.
Okay.
So you both roll. Choose which of your rolls you use with the modifier already added.
I believe I can only hit one of them.
Well, they're minions, so even if you hit one, you're
Oh.
hitting both.
Great.
Like they have shared hit points, right?
Oh.
If you do, the more damage you do, the more of them you take out.
Okay, so if that's the case, and I would automatically hit the 2 anyway,
Probably.
then I would want to do my regular staff attack, because that deals more damage if I were to
Okay.
hit.
Yeah, these are minion 4, so basically every 4 damage you do takes out a
Okay.
minion.
15 and 9 is 24 with hope. 24 with hope.
So mine's 25 with fear.
Which one you want to use?
The hope.
And,
The hope one sounds
Yeah.
way better.
okay.
Your maneuver is a success.
Do they each take a hope?
You gain a hope because it was your roll.
Okay.
But I do not gain a fear.
That's what's important.
You get an action token.
Okay, and then we both roll for damage.
Yes.
Yep, and add it all together.
Okay, and then I compliment you and tell you that that was a sick move and we need to dance more often, partner. And we each take 3 hope.
Oh,
Ooh.
whoa.
Wait, you're full of hope, aren't you?
I have only one slot that's not. Yeah,
Never
I'm
mind, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're not worthy of my hope.
Yeah,
You're right. It was a sick
the-
move, but not in the mechanical sense.
Sick move,
I still
like
say
this,
6
Lauren.
moves.
We can
Sick
dance
moves. It doesn't have.
We can dance for though.
What's the damage?
10. I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Cool. Oh, me too, but I get to add +4, so it's a little bit different. So that's a 7 total.
How do they both expire in this maneuver?
Well, I'm using my staff now. But I still really like the fire effect. So I guess like where your staff does like that light thing, mine does fire. And I just like
Flamethrower.
yeah, I scorch them. I make their bones all brittle from the heat.
Nice.
Where you follow up.
Yeah, and just knock them down right after.
Their brittle ass bones.
Their
Yeah,
brittle bones
just
crumble and clatter
separate
to the
them.
stairs in front of you. You rolled a success with fear, so the action is still on you.
Success with hope, yes.
With hope, yes.
Yes. Great, and I'm unstoppable. Oh shit, there was sorry. Shoot. Oh shoot. There was 4 more damage to that, and I reduced this now.
It's okay, you only needed 8.
I know.
Mogar, are you trying to hit anybody?
Yes.
Oh, actually, you technically only needed 5.
Oh, I didn't move then, or I guess I did technically move. We moved in the
I mean, you can
the
move
action.
more if you want.
Can I?
Getting across
yeah.
the gap is an action.
Okay, can I move to the edge of the gap?
Sure.
Did you want to be first or?
Actually,
I do
there's
not
that
want.
guy
I want to be
there's that
behind
guy
you.
down on the
I
stairs.
would like to
Yeah, I wanna
be
be behind
on the edge.
Well, there's a guy down on the stairs who's going to be coming up the stairs towards you guys.
Okay.
So I would just, since you're
You
a
feel
shieldy,
free to
a
move
shieldy
yourself
type of
wherever
person.
you like.
I
There
would
is a
like
guy
to
down the stairs. Okay.
move up and attack this minion
Okay.
with my quarterstaff,
Okay.
and do that a couple of times to
I guess I
then
stay there.
try to clear the knock them off and clear the way for us to advance and progress us up further, so we don't have to maybe deal with all of them at once.
You can make a quarterstaff attack.
All right.
Refresh the page.
I think. Practice special attack release.
Tried moving
Yeah,
me.
no, that's not gonna think about it. No, that's not where that works. I will go. If the results are even on both hope and fear die, which one
Crit.
do you?
Crit.
Oh, crit. Oh,
Crit,
okay.
crit.
You roll doubles? Doubles
yes.
is a crit.
Okay, I crit with.
Hey,
Oh, the curse of Vash is over!
Why would you say that?
Those of you not in the know,
That's
Nick
supposed to be secret.
plays another character in our Sunday game who consistently misses everything.
Oh no!
And then we gave him an NPC to run, and he critted and critted and critted, and then the NPC died, so now he's back to just missing everything.
Yeah.
Dang.
But apparently, Mogar, with a crit, smashes into this guy. So on a crit, you successfully hit, you gain a hope,
I'm hoped up.
and you clear a stress.
I definitely stressed out a little. There we go. So then I'm sorry, 2d10 plus 8. I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
15 plus 8, 21 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys are minions.
Yes.
And minions and Daggerheart, any damage to a minion destroys it. For every additional 4 damage, you destroy another minion in range. So with that one attack, how do you take out both of these skeletons?
So, as they come up to me, I will disarm them of their weapons and everything.
Or literally just knock their arms
Yeah,
off.
and literally disarm them as the last hit gets them off the stairway, clearing the path for us.
They're both just there without arms.
Tis my flesh wound! Oh wait! I don't have any flesh.
On a critical success, the action is still on you.
Go, Suni. Get up there.
And you do hear the announcer saying, oh, it looks like collateral damage. The Blackbeards and the Knitting Circle have made it to the God King's Tower. Meanwhile, the Hijinks Bijaks are dealing with the undead army inside, as are the First Scions. It looks like the First Scions are taking an interesting strategy. They're still racing up the tower as they fight these undead.
Do I have enough room where Yvain's not in the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I use the grappler that Morgar threw down and try to aim and...
Not the rope, you're using the grappler?
Yeah, it just feels cooler.
Okay. You can make an agility roll with advantage for using the grappler.
I forget how advantage works in this game.
Plus a d6.
Darn. Should reassure myself. Okay. Yeah.
Can we reassure you?
Can I spend a hook to grab her?
No, you could have done that beforehand, but...
But not just because I'm sitting next to her and saw her roll.
Not because she said no.
Wait.
Choose a number between the strange pattern thing. My number is 7. Whenever you roll that number on the duality die, you gain a hope and clear stress.
You didn't roll that number.
But it's 7.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was 1.
Well, at least I get
Better.
something out of this.
I might
Okay.
do it.
This is
It might be okay.
it's a 12 with fear.
A 12 with fear. The number is 13.
Oh.
As you hold on to this grappler, and it surprises you as like you pull the trigger once and the grappler shoots, and then nothing happens for a second. You pull the trigger again, nothing happens. Pull the trigger again, nothing happens. And then you pull the trigger, and there's a second click, and it jerks you off your feet by surprise. You lose your grip on the grappler, falling to the bottom of the floor for 16 damage.
Ooh.
Do I die?
Can you react? Can you grab the rope that's hanging next to her?
Yeah, I don't know what I can do. This isn't like D&D. I had it all in my head. Oh.
Because there is the rope right next to
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Oh no, it's not a D20. Sorry.
I have feline instincts. When you make an agility roll, that's what this is, isn't it?
Yeah, this is an agility roll, yeah.
You can mark a stress and re-roll your hope die. And you must take the new result. I can kind of reassure myself. Can I do that?
Usually, once we've already discussed the outcome, no. But as we're all a little rusty on our characters, you can do it now.
I think we all knew that was gonna fail.
Yeah, that... Okay.
So you're doing what now? You're spending a hope?
I am
Or marking a stress.
using my feline instinct. So I mark a stress, and then I can reroll my hope die.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and just reroll the hope. Interesting. Nice.
Oh!
That's so hilarious. That's not fair. It's the same number.
Oh. So I still take a fear. You still fall, but it's not a d20 damage. It's 2d6. So you take 7 physical damage as you fall to the floor beneath the stairs.
Okay, so I can take one arm. This says that I'm not going to take any damage because it's under.
Yeah, you
It
click
was
it.
7. Oh.
Click the number.
And what's that distance?
That's currently about 20 feet.
So that 50 feet of rope will actually just go straight down to her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do one.
Yeah. One and mark a hit point.
Oh,
And if you just hit and apply, it'll do it for you.
Really? Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to use an action as you see the darkness outside seems to intensify, broken by these vibrant flashes of lightning. And you can feel the wind starting to gust and swirl coming through the holes in the tower walls into here. As a spectral storm starts to take effect. While this storm is in effect, all rolls to traverse up this tower are at disadvantage as the wind is trying to rip you off of the stairs here. I will use another
It's not very nice.
action.
Not very nice at all.
As the skeletal knight sees one of the pack has been split from the others, he attempts to jump down off the stairs. You see these cold blue eyes locking onto you, Suni, as he jumps off the stairs coming toward you. However, as he lands, the weight of the armor crumples his form, causing him to stumble and trip. By the time he gains his bearing and footing, he does not get all the way to you and has used the entire action to fall, basically.
That's fun for him.
Putting the action back onto all of you.
There's a rope hanging there.
Can I do exactly what I tried to do again and use my gambler experience?
Well, to do exactly what you did before, you'd have to be up on the stairs.
So I can't use the grappler from this height.
Well, you lost grip on the grappler when you got yanked.
So the grappler's over by Yvain.
Yep.
Okay.
You are a cat.
You have a teleportation spell, don't
And
I'm a cat. So I don't want to do that.
Just get a running start and you're a wall. Can you just
she's like,
teleport to the
cat
top?
there, Quill. Chaos.
Sure.
I mean, do you,
Sure.
you know?
Sure. I'll try Arcane Door to get out of here. Out of danger.
What's Arcane Door do?
When you have no enemies in melee range,
You do not.
make a spellcast roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I have to reach 13 or higher. On a success, spend a hope and disappear from where you are and reappear somewhere within far range you can see.
Yeah,
Say
spellcast roll
spellcast
13.
13. Yep. Yeah, that's your number you have to hit. Go for it.
Darn. No. It's a 12.
Hope or fear?
Fear.
Wait, yeah,
Oh,
you
boy.
added your stuff, right? Your knowledge.
Yeah, well, yeah, the spellcast roll, it does the
Okay.
plus whatever. This is why I don't like rolling so much.
How does it look when the spell fails to work? You just like close your eyes, open them again. Shit, I'm still here.
It's like when a cat's staring at you with those big wide eyes that don't blink, and you just like are wondering what's going on in their head because it's just like they're just staring into space. She has that kind of look on because nothing's happening.
Okay. All right, and with a fail with fear, the action comes back onto me. I am going to use an action and a fear
Oh no.
as ghostly lightning strikes down towards
This
the
is
tower.
legitimately one of the reasons why I don't roll much because I don't look.
You see this almost like dark purple bolt of lightning arcing out of the sky and coming straight for the hole in the wall next to Yvain and Morag. At a very close range, each character within the area. The two of you, please make agility reaction rolls.
Okay. Oh, not good. Not good at all. 2 with fear.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Two with fear.
Wait, isn't that a crit?
You would think so, but I actually rolled a 1 and a 2, and I have a -1.
I hit the pot. Yes, I did. That was much to
I
learn.
was like, oh
What
no.
you got,
you
Morag?
have
Mogar, sorry.
Oh, thanks. 11.
I'm about to
11
roll
with
the
hope.
ground in a minute.
Oh, actually, these are reaction rolls, so I don't get fear. And you don't get hope. They both fail, though. And you both take 13 magic damage as the lightning shocks down towards you. So this is the same thing. You can use your armor to absorb, but I know you don't have much armor left.
Oh my god. Just if it breaks, that's it.
It's not it. You can fix it during a rest. But that's it for until you get a rest.
Sorry, how much damage?
It's 13 damage, which with an armor of 4. I mean, you could get it down to 5, but it'd use all your armor, right? That'd be your last 2 armor.
But if you're gonna have to take a hit point,
What is your major threshold?
16.
Can you point that to so we can,
My major threshold, yeah, 16.
your major is 16?
No, well, minor is so major is 7 and severe is 16.
So
I'm really a big fan of that calculate damage button.
He's using it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying.
yeah. So even if you only use 1 armor slot, it would still be 9 damage.
Yeah, so what I'm seeing right now, I'm probably going to do that in case I need armor later, when I really, really need it. But how much?
So just take the 13 damage. Is that what you're saying? No armor.
Just 1. I'm going to spend 1 armor slot.
So spending 1 armor doesn't get you anything, right? It's still major damage.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? If you use 2, you can get it down to minor, but if you just use 1, you're just wasting the armor.
Okay, yep.
So if you wanted to use 2, you could use 2. If you want
I'm
to
gonna
use none,
it too.
okay.
I'm going to use it to break.
So that'll bring it down to what did I say? It's 13. You're bringing it down by 8. So it's 5 damage, which is below your major threshold. So you take minor damage, which is 1 HP. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you got yours, Yvain,
Yes.
as the lightning strikes into you. And I will use another action
I got hit with ectoplasma.
as the skeleton comes running over towards Suni and swings its rusty greatsword upon you for a 10 against your evasion.
My evasion's 11.
How do you evade?
So I tried to do Arcane Door, and nothing happened. So I'm just staring at the like location. He comes up on me, and then yes, cat-like reflexes where I just and then my tail moves up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I have activated all of my things to activate the action is back on you.
I would like to leave.
Yes, that is the goal.
I kind of want to get down there and like block you while you spend your actions to get out of there.
I mean, that's
But-
helpful too.
We'll let her go first because if you do something that takes a roll,
Well, all I'm doing is moving down there.
but you have to do an action to move.
It's true.
I mean, you can jump out and hit them and I guess be between them anyway, but
Yeah.
But then and then
But
my
hers is
existence
requiring a roll too, and if she fails or gets fear again, she's still down there by herself.
that's true too.
and all I have to do is just be within
Okay, no worries.
range, and that way you can spend your actions safely to just get up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the rod you gave me?
You're just gonna roll.
What was the rod that you gave
Yeah.
me with my
Oh yeah.
So
I think I am. I
it's
think I'm just
a
gonna,
suspended
like,
rod. It's basically like you
Avenger
hook it,
pose
it stays in
Oh,
place,
yeah.
him.
just anywhere,
Do it.
like
With the
Yeah.
falchion just
Yeah.
into it. Well, with
I
the
think
shield.
it like holds
Yeah,
up
just
500
tower
pounds
shield.
or
The
something
shield
crazy
smash
like
him.
that.
Jump off the thing and shield smash.
Now we have 2 of them.
It's 20 feet.
Click.
I don't know. Is that too far to jump without damage?
Would you like the
We'll
bat?
find out.
Eventually.
Yeah. That's
No,
my
right
plan.
now to get out of this situation.
Oh.
So you are jumping off the stairs to crash down upon the skeleton knight.
Yeah. Avenger pose with the shield onto his head.
Make an agility reaction roll. Because of the storm, you have disadvantage as the wind is trying to blow you off balance.
What does the disadvantage look like?
Subtract the d6.
Gross.
Can you add an experience to this?
I'm a protector.
Hell yeah, you are. Oh,
Spend a hope, add an experience.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I will protect my friends. Okay, with hope. Rolled a 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. Agility is 0.
Okay.
With hope. Take a hope. As you land at the bottom there.
You fail with hope.
Oh, plus 3 because I used my shield, right? It was a shield attack.
This was just to get down to the bottom. You haven't made your attack yet.
Well, I was attacking with the shield in this jump. So I should add 3 to this roll.
This,
It was worth a shot.
as you hit the ground, the wind does kind of blow you off balance as you're heading downwards. You land off balance trying to smack with the shield. You can still make the attack. It'll have disadvantage as you're like off balance trying to swipe at him and get in a position to protect Suni.
Okay.
So you can make your shield attack.
I mean, the intention was to land on him with the shield.
Yes.
Is that still what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm trying to picture that, but
So it is broken up into different roles. It's all happening at once.
Okay, that's still... Okay, it's fine. I rolled a 6 again, but that's okay because I also got a 22 with hope.
Yeah.
Plus 3, so 25 minus 6 is 19, right? 25 is minus 6. Yes.
And just as a reminder, the first roll was a reaction roll, so you did not get hope for it. This one you do get hope.
Oh, you told me to take a hope, but I
Yeah.
will take that back.
Well, now you're getting it again, so.
Okay, well, I got it back.
You get it back.
Yeah,
And you also hit with the shield.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for a 2d6 plus 5, why didn't I go with the falchion? Because the shield sounded cooler.
Because you were like jumping off the thing and trying to smash them.
Because
Makes
it was
sense.
more fun.
Yeah.
9 plus 5 is 14. 14 physical damage.
14 is severe damage. As you crash down with the shield, you feel the armor and the bones buckling and crushing under the weight of your Galapa frame armor and shield.
Did you just call me fat?
Yes.
Okay.
As a reaction,
Joking. I'm fat and hungry.
as a reaction, the knight is going to use his Dig 2 Graves ability to immediately attack an enemy within very close range upon death. So in this moment, he swings up with the greatsword towards you, Tulok,
Okay.
for a 9 to hit.
9.
I'm sure. Yeah, that hits.
9 hits.
9 hits you? Hits your evasion?
Yeah, my evasion's 7.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I guess
Yeah.
you want to be hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You can hit me. It doesn't mean it's going to do anything.
He does 15 physical damage.
Okay,
That
well.
might do something.
Oh wait, on a success, the target says.
I have
Oh
a...
wait, he does not do that damage.
Oh.
Sorry, he does different damage.
Oh, I did 3 more damage to him, but...
Yep. Yeah, he does 14 physical damage.
Okay. I'm resistant to physical damage.
Okay.
So that takes it down to 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't take any damage.
Hell yeah.
And you lose a hope.
That's rude.
As you see this undead refusing to die under your crushing blow, sapping some of the hope from you. You did succeed with hope, so the action is still on all of you. As you hear the announcer say, well, it looks like... I keep forgetting your guys' names. Hijinks, Bijaks, and the First Scions have gotten past their undead guardians. However, the First Scions have continued their ascent. They're almost halfway up the Tower of the God King already.
We don't have to move.
Working on it.
Start going. We'll catch up. Go, Suni, go.
Yeah, we wait for you. Come.
I toss you back down your rod so you can use it to climb.
Wait, you know,
Wait.
that is strength to use the 2 rods.
Is it?
Technically, while they're both big fat zeros, for me agility is better because I have feline instincts.
And the storm is still roaring outside.
Can I try your grappler one more time?
I believe it's still attached.
Oh, that was
To
up by
where?
you guys, right?
So it was still attached when she tried to use it. It zipped out of her hand, so it snapped into the wall next to you.
I go to where it is and I just kind of use my quarterstaff to like push it a little bit, get the momentum to like pendulum back to me.
Well, it's next to it. It reeled itself in, right? So the whole gun and everything is right next to you.
So,
Yeah.
what if we just... I mean, the rope is now, like, dangling down to us.
The rope is suspended between 2 immovable rods.
Oh,
we have to go
yeah.
back and get it.
Oh, I did not unclick it
Well,
before
I mean,
left.
magic hand. I wasn't too concerned about that.
I thought it was just hanging. Okay.
No, I thought we set up like a bridge because we were gonna go across. I think you're being used.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
I mean,
just there.
how many stairs? Let's just run.
Okay.
Let's just run it.
You run over there.
Yeah.
You run back towards the rope. You have gotten there. Yvain gives a little space, I assume, for them to traverse this. The storm is still active, so you can try and use the rope to cross this gap, should you choose. Either one of you.
I'll let Suni go first.
Okay.
Then
Unless you like the grappler.
It's it's an agility roll.
Oh, it is?
You have disadvantage because the storm is raging. The spectral storm.
But the grappler is an agility roll with advantage, and the storm is disadvantage, so that.
Oh, you're actually right. The rope as well gives advantage, so the two cancel.
Okay.
So it's an agility roll.
Nice.
I'm gonna make this.
I can't be vulnerable. Does the vulnerability, is that what the storm is doing?
No.
Okay.
This was my fear die, and I'm making it my hope die now because
Okay.
it always rolls higher.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
gonna hope.
Okay.
We're gonna hope that works.
Roll with hope. I don't know what you got, but I
That's the way the world works.
Oh, boy.
This game wants to kill Suni. Okay.
Not the game, your dice.
I don't know. Alright, agility.
Yep.
Be 11.
Hope or fear.
With a lot of fear.
Suni, come on, we have to go.
You start to crawl out across the ropes, and at first it seems...
Wait.
Mark of stress. Roll your hope.
Mark of stress. And I'm gonna reroll my hope.
Okay.
You just stressed me out. Shut the fuck up, you bitch!
Can you see you're messing Suni out? Stressing me.
Only I can tell you to the bed.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
12.
12?
Oh, it's a 12. Oh, wait, you're 12 total?
It went from a 1 to a 2.
Still with fear.
Oh, yeah. Because I had to reroll my hope die. The hope die was the 1. Telling you, curse. Suni's
You
You passed it on.
kind of climb up onto the rope hanging underneath it and dragging yourself over. And at first it seems quite easy, like I got this, but then it gets to the bottom and where you have to start actually ascending the rope again. You just kind of get stuck in the middle there. The rope hanging down towards you on either side. The stairs where Yvain and Mogar are is up above you. And in that instant, this dark purple lightning again crashes out of the sky, arcing through the hole in the wall and striking at you, Suni, who is halfway between.
This is also why I don't get... I'm remembering now. It's been a month. This is why I don't get a lot of hope either. I've actually been rolling pretty bad.
Suni, if you would make an
It is.
agility reaction roll.
Okay.
Whoa, I definitely rolled that wrong last time. Okay, we'll keep it that way.
I'm gonna go back to making this my fear die.
Okay.
And okay, that's better. That's better. All right, I want to live. So wait, it's a agility reaction. That's just agility. Like okay,
No hope, no fear.
I have a 13 with hope.
No hope, no fear.
Okay, well, you
Just
know,
give me the
for
total.
me it matters.
You take 4 magic damage. And at this point, where you're at on the rope, if you wanted to proceed, it would be a strength roll. Or somebody else can do something should they choose, or you could just dimension door your way out of it.
No, it's
Arcane door, whatever it is.
too risky. No,
Do you have to roll for that?
Yeah.
But she also has to roll for anything else she's doing.
It's true.
One of you could also do something as well, but
What if, okay,
she's the one dangling on the rope.
she's dangling on the rope, and she's how far? Are you like halfway out there?
It looks like it.
Okay, and I see you really struggling, and this is sort of like that show Knockout, right? Where we just keep watching them fall in the water.
Wipe out.
Wipe out?
It's
Yeah.
wipe out.
Okay.
Maximum extreme elimination challenge.
Yeah. All right, we need to help Suni get across here. We have one rope going across. We need another rope going across. Can that help Suni get over there at all? I mean, we have like a 20-foot get. That rope's too heavy to just throw over. You have an arm. You have an invisible hand. How do we get you over there? If I go out on the rope, it's gonna shake it and you're gonna fall.
I use Gambler and I just keep going through with my strength
Okay.
because I don't like the words coming out to Alex now.
How are you gambling in this situation?
Strength is not my strong suit, and this hasn't been working out so great. And I might fall.
Okay.
But I just really want to get to the other side, so I'm not going to wait and to problem solve this. I'm just going to try to make it work.
Spend a hope. Make a strength roll, adding your experience. And yeah, the disadvantage and the advantage are canceling each other out.
Okay, so here's what you
Hope or
can do.
fear?
With hope. Make
Take a hope. As you continue to dangle there, you hear the announcer say, "Oh, wait a minute, folks. It looks like collateral damage is catching up to hijinks by Jackson. First Scions is taking a commanding lead. They're nearly to the top of the tower."
You don't understand my home language, but you understand that I am just riffing with expletives right now.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do now. So Suni, just roll yourself into the rope, okay? Just get yourself tied into that thing now, okay?
And while she's shouting that out, another batch of skeletons emerges from the walls around you. I'll use a fear to get 2 more actions. I'm going to use 4 of them to activate. Oh no, they're all together.
Could you like make a leap towards the edge and I can just like extend my hand out for you?
These skeletons all swarm around Yvain and Mogar, making their attacks. That is, I have to use a fear to get some extra actions out of this because they're attacking 2 different targets. All of these skeletons, the ones on Mogar, attack for a 7 to hit against your evasion.
That misses.
How do you evade the skeletons as they're swiping their claws at you?
As not so much as evade, but as they attempt to hit and they're kind of surrounding me, I'm actually just blocking them as they come by, just catching them off guard and just making sure their attacks don't connect.
And a 9 to hit Yvain.
No.
How does Yvain evade these hits?
He presses himself back against the wall and holds his staff in front of him, and crystalline energy just kind of seems to like push the blows off.
Their blows being deflected and redirected around. Finally, the skeletal knight emerging again out of the wall swings at Tulok for an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
For 14 physical damage.
I'm resistant, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
I take none.
Your armor score is 7.
My armor score is 9.
Okay. As you duck into the shell again, the rusty greatsword battering into you. And, oh yeah, that was the action there to summon them, and then the actions to do all of them, and then the action is back on you.
Mogar, what is the intended use of your grappler?
To pull others or myself to where I need to be. I fire. I just like embrace. I get brought up.
So I assume you're not trying to evade
I
this
am
attack
brave.
coming
I'm
at
trying
you.
to catch.
So Mogar, for your action, you can shoot the grappler at Suni.
Okay.
It's automatically going to hit. It is going to do the damage.
I'm used to it.
It is going to do the damage, though.
Can I
know,
help
I know.
in this situation? Because I am embracing it.
Yeah, if you want to spend a hope, you could help, but it's automatically hitting you.
Will it automatically grapple me?
I think it does. Like, once it hits, you can choose to pull it into melee. Isn't that what the grappler says?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Cool.
Oh, once he hits, he can just shoot.
I'm gonna come
So you
surrounded
can-
by skeletons because
Roll your damage.
I mean, I could have fallen to the ground and broke my kneecaps, so really.
11. Drink a potion.
Yeah, can I have helped by drinking a potion?
Put it in front so you get inertia.
The grappler sinks into your shoulder, Suni, and then yanks you up onto the ledge, ripping some flesh away as it pulls away from you. You are now up on the stairs. The action is still on all of you.
I would love to blast these guys with something.
I'd like to get to you guys, but definitely up to you guys. If you want to take some swings first, you're definitely in the line.
I mean, do you want to try to come across first? It's okay. I'm just gonna try to hit these guys. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Could you roll damage for Suni for my attack? Is that something you're capable of doing?
No,
not
I
from
wasn't
where she
next to
was.
her.
Nah.
She was in the middle.
And for what it's worth, there's also not much room for you on the stairs currently until it starts to clear out.
Too lucky not half show.
So we can't like move through our. Well, I guess that's pretty far.
You could move through your allies, but there's nowhere for you to stop at.
Not on the other side of.
You know, you need them to clear some space a little bit.
Okay. You guys go. I'm good.
Mogar, you want to hit him or you want me to shoot him? Okay.
These are minions once again.
Oh, I can actually. I thought I spent mine trying to get Suni up here.
You
so-
did, but because there's no initiative, you can just keep going
Okay,
if
okay.
everyone's
Awesome,
okay with
awesome.
you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll go for the ones behind me leading up the steps, and I will attack them with my quarterstaff. Oh no, I can't think right now. 11 to hit.
Total?
Yeah.
Hope or fear?
With hope.
Take a hope.
I'm maxed out. I need
Uh-oh.
to figure out what to do with these.
So you can use a hope to help someone anytime they're doing something. You say, I spend a hope to help. You just tell me how you do that. You can use 3 hope. You can use 3 hope to do a tag team move, which is what Suni and Tulok did earlier. You also have, there's probably a warrior's hope feature that you can use that also probably spends 3 hope.
Okay,
Oh, it's usually like your first thing on the right. Your features. Oh, you're not touchscreen.
Yep.
It's usually this.
Dirty this week. No. It's been real dirty.
To re-roll any number of your damage dice.
Yeah.
Um,
So those are some of the things you can use your hope on. And yeah, definitely, like, it doesn't do you any good to be maxed on hope because then every time you get it, you don't get anything out of it. So finding ways to use hope is that you can also, your experiences, right? You have all those experiences. Anytime on any roll you're making, you can spend a hope and use an experience. Does that make sense?
Like resourceful.
Like resourceful or zen. You can say, even on an attack, you can be like, I remain calm and I go through the forms rather than attacking with violence. I remain in that zen state. You can spend a hope and add your experience to your attack roll. So that's another way that you can use hope.
Would I be able to tag team with you now that I'm on here? To help?
You can as soon as the action is back on the team. As he failed. With hope! Fail with hope!
He did the thing!
On that, I am going to spend a hope and an action for more ghostly lightning to crash down into the tower, striking at Yvain, but hitting all characters within very close of Yvain, which is pretty much everybody up there. Yep. Please make an agility reaction roll.
No!
I know what?
Me?
I'm not gonna be able to help you. I need to take that one.
Crit. Thank you.
Crit, take a hope, clear. Oh no, this is a reaction roll. Sorry.
Oh.
You don't
Even-
get any-
I don't get anything even on a crit.
well, not a, yeah, it's a success, but
Yeah.
you don't get the other stuff.
I don't get to clear stress.
Not on a reaction roll.
14 with hope.
Okay, that is a success. You don't gain the hope because it's a reaction.
11 with
That is the full brunt of the lightning. Which one is this? Which is 8 magic damage. However, you also see all 4 of the skeletons around you burst apart in this purple lightning
How are you doing
explosion.
Vice to best.
And I use my last action for the
Awesome.
skeleton knight
I need
to
to
swipe the great sword at
hope it heals.
Tulok for a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
17 physical damage.
Reduced to 8?
Yep.
Or 9?
8.
Oh wait, was I supposed to take 8 damage?
You took half damage, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
both took half damage.
So 4.
So that was 8. Or 4.
I rolled 2d10.
Sorry.
It was 8, so you both take 4 magic damage.
Cool, sorry.
And then you got your...
I don't take 8.
As you continue to just duck it in, the sword crashing into your shell. Action is back on all of you. Suni, you've made it to the other side.
I'm gonna take a health potion.
Okay. Do you want to move as well?
Yeah.
We have to
Too long.
clear the way for too long, yeah.
Tulok, would you like me to restrain this gentleman, or attempt to restrain this gentleman, so that you can move without him chasing you? Or would you like to just move?
Oh, is there room for me now? You guys just cleared them out?
So you
Yep.
moved.
The lightning destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, I'm not really too worried about them.
Alright.
I'll just come over if there's room.
Sure.
Okay.
So Suni did her action, drinking a potion as she runs up the stairs.
Can you give me another health potion? Do you have? Did we
I run
distribute
across the
that?
rope.
Yeah.
You run across the rope.
Okay.
Not with agility,
No,
with
I mean,
strength.
like-
I pull myself along the rope.
Hand over hand.
Distribute.
I crawl my way across the rope. No, I have to unclick the rope.
Soon you can do that with her magic hand.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just grab it. So we
Okay.
can just keep going.
I mean, I suppose you could
army
unclick
crawl
it,
across
swing,
the
and
rope.
climb up. But
You make a strength roll. Advantage and disadvantage canceling each other out.
With fear, 13.
You do manage to scurry across the line, and it comes back to me on a success with fear. I will use that action as the knight is trying to follow. However, he is also stuck on the rope currently. Action's back on you.
Great.
Is he's on the rope now?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Alright, I unclip this side and keep going. Suni, can you get the other side of the rope? And I keep going.
Are you clicking?
I'm unclicking our side of the rope that we're on.
Okay. The rope is tied onto the rod. So unclicking and untying are both actions.
Oh, okay.
We can abandon
No.
not abandon the rods, but abandon the rope.
I guess we could abandon it. But then we have to cut it. It's tied to the rods.
My hand can grab the one rod that's farthest away from us.
Right.
Um,
The rope is tied to the rods.
And the knight is hanging onto the rope.
so that hand can just be untying the rope from that rod, and then
You can be doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
The action is on you. I was just letting you know that untying and clicking are both an action.
so then it will spend an action to untie the rope from this side, so it can just take that rod and bring it over.
What's the
it's-
range on this magic spell? And what's it called?
Magic hand is what it's called.
Okay.
You reach out with magical hand the same size and strength as your own to anywhere within far range of you.
Okay. And it can do anything? What can it do?
I mean, it doesn't say much more than it's a magical hand the
Okay.
same size and strength as your own, so I assume that it can
Yep.
work its way through that.
And is there a spellcast roll involved? Just happens?
Thankfully, it just happened.
Nice.
Okay. What does the hand look like?
It looks like my, humanish, but with the cat claw hand coming out, and it looks fiery. We'll go with that. It looks like a fire hand, and it just goes over there.
Starts to untie the knot. The knot has quite a bit of pressure on it at the moment. Make a spellcast roll for me. Try and get this knot undone with the weight of the skeletal knight on it.
Burn the rope. Burn the rope.
Just burn the rope like this. Like the rod. Get out of here.
It's a spellcast, so I have my knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm. And the experiences if you wanted to spend hope. Supposed to do that before you roll, though.
Yeah, none of them fit. So it's a 16.
The hand goes in, and even with the strain of the knight on there, the knot comes undone, sending the skeletal knight swinging down like a pendulum. He's now swinging back and forth underneath you, Tulok. Is that hope or fear?
Does he have to make so?
Take a hope.
Does he have to make a strength roll to hang on to the rope? I mean,
Actions.
that's a lot.
Action is still on all of you.
Okay, fine.
Great. Okay, well then I try to untie the rope from this rod as everyone is continuing to move forward.
Okay. From this end, I would say this is a finesse roll. Unless you have other suggestions or
You
ideas.
could also just cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
With
just
a
use my
knife and-
falchion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're not trying to take the rope.
Attack roll on
It does. It's gonna hit no matter. You don't have to make an attack roll. Just roll damage for me.
it? 17.
The rope slices through the gilded falchion. You hear the heavy clamor of armor hitting the ground down below. And Hope or Fear.
For damage? I didn't roll.
Oh yeah, you didn't roll.
Do
Sorry.
you want me to now?
No, action is still on all of you.
I have the
Okay.
magic hand. Bring me the rod.
I unclicked the rod and double time to catch up to everyone.
Running up the stairs. I mean, limp running.
Those of you running to catch up with Suni, make agility rolls for me.
I feel like you'd be up there with Suni, wouldn't you?
Why?
I don't know. Because you weren't working on the rods?
I mean, yeah, I've been limping this whole time, but
I have depth maneuvers.
but that's represented by my 20
Yeah,
maneuvers.
everybody's talking at once. Death maneuvers, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You can mark as stress to move anywhere within far range without making an agility roll to get there.
Okay, you can do that if you want.
Just keep up
Are we
with.
doing agility?
Can I use that to just keep up
Yeah.
with Suni?
Yep.
Nice.
Mark stress.
Yeah.
Sorry, 19 with fear.
Okay.
I got your back. Stressed
Too
out,
long.
but I'm there.
I'm stressed out too.
I'm just looking to see if I have anything to add to it, but 13 with hope is what I have so far.
Is that what you're sticking with?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to add to agility.
Take hope.
Okay.
As all of you go running up the stairs, you can hear the skeletal knight clamoring around down below you. Sounds like he's headed back for the stairs to try and climb up after you. You continue running further up the tower. You think you're about halfway up the tower. You can see another gap in the stairs in front of you, and you hear the announcer saying, "Oh, it looks like Hijinks Bijax is finally making their way up the rest of the tower. They're nearly halfway there. However, the first Scions are at the final door. They're about to emerge from the top of the tower." And as that is happening, you're getting past the first obstacle of the tower. I think we will call it there for the evening. Pick up with the rest of the Tournament of Challengers and the Tower of the God King next week. Yeah. Next week.
27.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Same bad time, same bad channel next week. Thank you, all of you out there in audience land, for joining us this evening. We are still hoping to get the big confrontation with Glackish Tran, possibly at the end of this tournament. We'll see what happens. But yeah, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Stream.